Howdy, this is Wobble Enjoy Sports. Thank you very much for coming in and saying g'day. If you're a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. Alternatively, if you have come from the All Out Club, thank you very much for your support as well. This is a Door and Jaw live stream, and this is the very first Thursday night football game for 2020. I'm still working out the kinks. Oh, dearie me. Yes, we are back. We're still working out some cobwebs. Shit. But it's going to be a fun one tonight. Door, mate, it's always good to have you on. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Looking forward to tonight. Storm taking on the Eels. Look, it's been fiery on and off. Well, we haven't seen it on the field just yet, but certainly been fiery off the field this off-season between these two clubs, Sam. And I guess it's a very fitting encounter that we are seeing them play head-to-head tonight.
Yeah, it is ironic that they're coming up against each other after everything that has happened. And also you add in the history. And in my opinion, Dor, this is a question without notice, but in my opinion, since really the 1999 final series, they've met each other on multiple other occasions in finals, and they met in the 2009 grand final. There was the thing that happened where they were celebrating Melbourne Storm, their premiership victories, and there was the 2009 premiership as they hosted Parramatta Eels in the regular season a few years ago. This has become a rivalry, man, in my opinion, and I think it could very much spill over tonight.
Spill over, yeah. No, it is very much a rivalry, and the NRL love putting this game on to start the season as well, Sam. So, look, it's going to be a good one. I think, look, obviously this whole off-season stuff, it's really leading, and it's all going to come to the forefront this evening, mate, in this clash. I can't wait. It's going to be a belter.
I just want to say hello to the people that are just starting to trickle into the chat. Mum's in the chat, Jason Reed is in the chat. Thank you very much. Please, everybody, once again, like and subscribe to All Out Club and Wobble Enjoy Sports. So let's get stuck into the team list, man, and we'll take it away with you as Dor tonight is going to be calling the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, so Sua Falongo is at fullback, Sam, and the wingers are Will Warbrick and Nick Meaney. Bit of a change for Nick Meaney to be on the wing. We've got Jack Howarth and Moses Leo in the centres, so good to see Moses Leo back. The halves are a formidable pairing, Sam, Cameron Munster and Jerome Hughes. The forward pack, so we've got Stefano and Josh King as the props. Harry Grant at hooker is the captain. New back row for the Storm, Sam. Joe Chan and Atavalu Lasati are the back rowers due to obviously the omissions of Katoa and Sean Bloor. Alec McDonald is the lock for this evening. Tyron Wishart, Cooper Clark. Best of luck to the young fella Cooper Clark if he gets on this evening. Tui Kamakamika, Davey Mawale, Preston Conn, and Sulangi Tui Malatu Brown that rounds out the 1 to 19 for the Melbourne Storm, coached by Craig Bellamy, and they are unchanged, Sam, from what they put out on Team List Tuesday.
Yeah, and it looks like here that the Parramatta Eels are also unchanged, but we'll go through that. So the Melbourne Storm, just quickly, however, are coming into the game as $1.45 favourites. Parramatta Eels are $2.86. That is really nice value, man, if you've got yourself a spare $5 or $10 floating around. I think they're a massive shout tonight. But the team list for Eels is as follows. Isaiah Iongi, Simonson and Russell are the back three. Josh Adokar out with a thumb or finger injury off the top of the dome. The centre pairing is Penasini and Brian Kelly. Kelly, new recruit from the Gold Coast Titans. The halves pairing for Parramatta Eels, very excited. Everyone's excited to have a go at this. Pezzett and Mitch Moses, and Moses is the captain. The forward pack is Hopgood, Smith and Polo. The back row is Jack Williams, Kidione Katonga. I think tonight could be a pretty big night for Mr. Kartonga, considering that the Melbourne Storm, with all due respect to Chen and Lasante, working with their second row combination. I think this is an opportunity for Kartonga to really explode tonight and do some damage and help Parramatta get a dub. Jack de Belin making his Parramatta Eels debut tonight at lock, and the interchange is Dylan Walker, who's going to be very important coming off the bench with his speed and experience. Sam Tuavaiti, Matt Dury, Talon De Silva, Kelma Tuolangi, and Joash Papali and Jason Riles is the head coach for the Parramatta Eels, man. So just want to say hello to Emu King, who's in the chat. G'day, man. G'day. Thank you very much for coming in once more. Enjoy the
Evening,
game,
Mimi
Jason.
King.
You too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So to
Yeah.
now the 10 odd people that are in the chat, thank you very much for coming in, and please subscribe and follow to all that club and Wobble Enjoy Sports. We're under 5 minutes away from kickoff door. Do you foresee the Parramatta Eels causing an enormous boil over, or do you reckon the Melbourne Storm continue their round one dominance?
Well, what is it? 22 or 23 years that they've won round one in a row or something like that.
That's right. That's right.
Something ridiculous. So, nah, I expect the Storm to win in a close one. But to answer your question, Sam, could Parramatta cause a boil over this evening? For sure they can, man. The Eels do pretty well against the Melbourne Storm as well. So, look, yeah, for sure they can cause a boil over. But for me, I will be sticking with history, my friend. And yeah, I'll be backing Melbourne Storm, but in a close one, 1-12 this evening, my friend.
Now, in saying that, though, the Parramatta Eels, they're not too bad when it comes to round one fixtures as well. So just a quick history between Melbourne and Parramatta Eels for round number one. This is the third time that they will be meeting in round number one, and it is Melbourne Storm who have got a 2-0 lead over them. The Eels, despite the 2 losses to the Melbourne Storm over the past maybe since 2019, the Eels, they have won 5 of the past 7 round one fixtures in their history. So they are good starters in round one, and their only 2 losses have come to the Melbourne Storm over the past 7 or so seasons. Parramatta, they last won at Amy Park back in 2022. And just as I finish off that, we've got live pictures here. We've got Parramatta Eels up on the screen. Craig Bellamy was really barking down the orders there just then. He was pointing at the Amy Park turf and saying, "Go on and get out there and friggin' get them." So this is going to be a great game, I feel, man. Look, because it is round number one, I am trying to put just a bit of a lid on things. Like, these guys are still coming back in, trying to work things out with the cobwebs and all that jazz. But I really do think we're in for a high quality game of footy here tonight. At least fingers crossed, touch wood. Oh, Door, you're on mute. You're on mute, my bro. Oh.
That's all right. That's all right. I realized that pretty quickly. Thank you very much. Yeah, look, it's going to be a great game of footy, Sam. Can't wait. We're just over a minute away from kickoff. And yeah, look, if it's anything like what we've seen off the field, bro, this is going to be a really spicy fixture this evening. And just quickly, Sam, before we go live, I just wanted to just say a huge thank you to everyone thus far. The All Out Club got over 2,000 followers or subscribers today on YouTube. So I just wanted to thank everyone here, as well as your support, Sam, for being able to put us on and do these live streams together. So huge thank you, everyone. Jason Reed, Amy King, Wardy, everyone, Kate, everyone here. Thank you so much. And we continue to move in an upwards trajectory, and let's bring on a fabulous call this evening for hopefully a fabulous game of football.
Yes. The question was asked by 360, admittedly, the other night, as we see Mitch Moses walking up the ramp now. Do the players, due to the Zach Lomax situation, is that going to affect them, do you think, man? Or do you think they don't give a too much or as much of a bugger as what we're pumping it up to be?
I don't think the players give two cahoots, to be honest, Sam. I think, like, obviously Melbourne would have loved to have had Lomax on their books and playing for him, but it hasn't worked out. And you've got to move on. Like, could the Storm get Lomax later on? Yeah, for sure. Like, that could definitely happen. But it looks like he's moving to rugby. But no, to answer your question, I don't see any of that sort of, what would you say, distraction off the field providing anything other than just a bit of spark this evening. Look, there's plenty of other headlines if you think about it, bro. You've got Jonah Pezzett coming back against his former team, first game.
True.
The first game against his old club, which is unreal for the scheduling to work out like that. So, no, man, I'm looking forward to it. What's your bet or your tip, should I say, for this evening? Because, I gave mine, I reckon, Melbourne in a close one. What are you thinking?
I'm exactly there with you. I'm going to go Storm 1 to 12 in this contest. And if I'm going to give any time try scorer, I am looking at, I'm going to look at Will Warbrick. That's a bit of a safe option as we see Melbourne Storm running through the banner and the flags flying high. I'm going to go Will Warbrick as an anytime try scorer for the Melbourne Storm. And for the Parramatta Eels, I think maybe I'm just looking at their forward pack, maybe seeing who might be an option there. Possibly Jack Williams. That's a very, very rogue prediction, but we've seen the likes of Emre Gula be the first try scorer for the friggin' Dragons earlier this week. So, yeah, I'll go Jack Williams if the Eels are to get over the line, and I'll go for Will Warbrick for the Storm. And it looks like, mate, the Parramatta Eels are going to kick off. So I'm going to leave it over to you, my man.
What a lovely pass there from Todd. Is that Todd Smith? I think it's Todd Smith,
Yes.
the referee.
Yeah. Yes.
We're looking at Harry Grant just to make sure we're in sync slightly here. Now, Nick Meaney, are you with me? Or am I
Riley Smith?
Riley Smith.
Now Jonah Pezzett.
Yep, we're good. We're good. We're in sync, ladies and gentlemen, and we are about to get underway. We're all set here. And Parramatta, get us started, Sam. Oh, yes, and that's beautifully taken by Cam Munster. And here goes Joshy King straight into the line. Good defense there by Parramatta. It's also Jack DeBellin, like you alluded to, Sam. His debut is for the Parramatta Eels, as Stefano has a great run there. Brought down just short of the 20. Grant in a dummy half gives it a lovely run there too. I believe that is Joe Chan, Sam. Chan plays the ball. Grant in a dummy half gives it to Alec McDonald. Oh, solid contact on. Oh, no, he's out cold. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, this is not good. Hey, Ains, how are we, man? Just a bit tragic scenes here at the moment, or not good scenes, should I say, is I don't know if it's when his head's hit the turf or it's a bit of a high tackle here, but oh, dear. I think that's Jermaine Hopgood. His shoulder has gone straight into McDonald's head, and he's not well.
That was a pretty graphic replay of Alec McDonald down on the ground there. That was awful.
Yeah, that's that. This is going to be a Category 1 HIA, and this is at least a penalty to the Melbourne Storm. Yeah, I honestly think he should be going to the sin bin. It's direct contact with the head, and. Look, I don't want to use another game, but we saw something similar, not in a concussion standpoint. Oh, maybe it could be a head clash here, like Wardy's suggesting here. Hopgood's having a look here. Let's have a look here.
It sure is. I reckon anyway.
There is head clash, but the first contact's Hopgood's shoulder to the head.
Are they going to make an example out of Hopgood, mate? Oh, the stretch is out straight away. Jesus.
It's the first contact for me from what I saw then. I am a bit dazed at the moment due to we won't discuss. But, oh, man, he's so sick. This is awful. He can barely stand up.
He's a tough hombre, Mr. McDonald, too. We both like his work.
100%, Sam. For me, there's definitely a head clash, but for me, the first contact is shoulder to head. I think he's got to go. He's got to go to the bin. Yeah. Yep. That's all right call. It's all right call. McDonald will not return in this game. And, like I was alluding to before, Wardy said the head clash, and I was like, oh, crap, I better, rewatch this before I go on a bit of a rant. You look at last week, McKaylee, with the injury to him, and, Frizzell got put on report and that a penalty, that was it. McKaylee didn't return. He's now out 6 weeks. For me, I think that's the right call. Yes, there's some head clash, but I think that is the right call. Anyway, Howarth ran it, and then now Grant gives it to Stefano. I'm not sure, Wardy. That's a really good question in regards to the Storm. Do they get a 5th player activated now? That's a really good question. Look, we know that they can use 4 players off the bench as Harry Grant goes to Atavalu Lasati, and a great run there from Lasati. Plays the ball, good quick play the ball. Harry Grant schemes out of dummy half. Munster now gives it to big Tui Kamakamika that has come onto the field with McDonald going off. Plays the ball, 6 again. Harry Grant out of dummy half. Headgear to headgear. Jerome Hughes now has the ball and he's tackled by another headgear and Riley Smith. Inside the 10. Plays the ball, Grant in at dummy half. Gives it to Stefano Utukamanu. Who looks, as he dropped the ball, looks like he's dropped the ball, and Iongi picks it up, and he's tackled inside his own 10 there, Sam.
Alrighty, early examination of the Parramatta Eels, of the Parramatta Eels defense, and just Melbourne Storm warming up still. So, well, it's provided a bit of spice very, very early on, so it's living up to that billing, but well, arms were all over the ball. There wasn't there.
The hand just came straight through where the ball was. Look at that.
Brian Kelly showing a fair bit of experience on that occasion, mate. But the Eels, as you say, get the penalty and they're going to start a fresh set only about 10 metres more downfield here. And speaking of Brian Kelly, this is Mr. Kelly. And right now, in this first half, the Parramatta Eels are running left to right of screen. The conditions out at Amy Park tonight are dry. I'm not too sure about the wind. We'll get back to that a little bit later as Jack de Belin plays the ball after his first hit up in blue and gold colours. And this is Junior Polo, who was arguably, probably Parramatta's best player from 2025. He gets up to halfway. That's a hop over the top of the ball, and that's a crap pass all the way out to the left-hand side for Kautonga, who does well to clean things up. We're 3 minutes in, and this is the fourth. They go down the really short side with Pezzett, then left onto Kelly, left onto Russell. They're over the 30-metre line here of the Melbourne Storm. Make that 29 metres away from the try line, out on the extreme left edge, running left to right. Moses, first receiver, under all sorts of pressure, but is able to get the kick away. Underneath it was Penasini. What's the call here? It's a knock-on Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, Nick Meaney, knock on there, Sam. Has Meaney played on the wing? I don't think Meaney's played many games on the wing for the Melbourne Storm.
Oh, yes. No, maybe not for the Melbourne Storm, but he certainly did when he was a Bulldog. I'm sure he would have at least had to have played half a dozen games for the Storm on the Sting.
Yeah, I guess that they've, the injury to Coates and not being able to get Lomax is, they've got Moses Leo there in the centers, Sam. So I guess Meaney's got to go out on the Sting.
Oh, so false start.
We're going back. False start.
Yes,
false
start. I need to calm down. So 6.5 minutes remain for Jermaine Hopgood, and they win the scrum. It goes out to the left-hand side. Moses, Pezzett left onto Iongi, who beats 2. Takes about 3 to take down Mr. Iongi, who could be in for a sensational 2026 campaign. Smith at dummy half passes right to Pezzett, right onto Moses, right onto Polo, and he is met very quickly there by Cameron Munster and company. So they're about 15 metres out, pretty much right in front of the sticks. Smith on the second tackle, cut out left to Moses, left to Pezzett. He runs before passing at Iongi. Iongi bats it on very nicely for Sean Russell. My goodness, crisp, smooth as you like, door.
That's beautiful. Beautiful work there, Pezzett. To Brian Kelly, was it there, Sam? Brian Kelly, and then a lovely little tap on there to Sean Russell. And Sean Russell has really had a great 2026. He was outstanding in the preseason challenge. That's beautiful work there, Pezzett. Takes it into the line. And sorry, it's Iongi, not Brian Kelly, who's there at in the center position there to bat it on. That is beautiful football there. Look at that. That's beautiful. And Suafalogo just left at sea there, Sam, with that beautiful step from Sean Russell. And Parramatta, the man down and all, hit the scoreboard first, 4 points to 0 with a kick to come. Well done, Parramatta. Well done.
Wow. You're correct about that. I totally forgot to add that in. They are a man down, Parramatta, against this Melbourne Storm outfit that, again, just their edge forwards, they're not full strength at the moment. And we're only 5 or 6 minutes in, but the communication between Howarth and Warbrick and Fa'alongo was non-existent. But Iongi already, mate, we're only 6 minutes in, but Iongi looks sharp as a tack.
I think that's Jerome Hughes' fault there, Sam. I think he looked like he dug right in on that, and then that caused a 3-on-2 overlap. And Mr. Iongi with a lovely little tap on there, Sam, just summed up the situation beautifully. What a stunning backdrop, ladies and gentlemen, as Mitchell Moses moves in. He strikes it and, oh, dear. Oh, no. He sprayed it. He sprayed it to the right. Nearly went that far right. It went all the way to bloody Parramatta.
Yes, no, uncharacteristic. But yeah, no, communication failing big time there. And that's going to be really disappoint Craig Bellamy. He was in a press conference only 48 hours ago and he said that the most disappointing aspect of their preseason was that their defense was way too leaky, and we're only 6 minutes in. And yes, no, that definitely needs to improve immediately. But Parramatta Eels, they're still down a man, and Alec McDonald is out of this game. That is a rank kickoff. I have no idea what that was all about, but Sean Russell, the try scorer, has taken it on the full. Riley Smith is asking the touchy for some help. Hopgood 4 minutes away, and this is Kitioni Kautonga, and Kautonga is stopped about 25 metres out from his own try line. 4-0. Jack DeBellin has the hit up, gets over the 30-metre line by about 5 metres. So that's about a 7-metre carry from Mr. DeBellin. Plays the ball Smith right to Polo, and Polo just says, "Come at me, Josh King." And he breaks away from Josh King. That's maybe his second brilliant carry of the game so far, Polo. Moses, now this is Williams. And all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, they're in Melbourne Storm territory door from about 40 metres out. Last tackle, Smith. Likes to go down the short side. That could have been forward, and it was. It is called forward.
Yeah, it's a great call, Sam. Great call, but I don't like that. Like, I understand what they're doing here with this, running it from dummy half, but that just wasn't there. Moses wasn't expecting Smith to do that, and yeah, that's not a good end to the set of 6, Sam. And Wardy
thank you very much, Wardy.
Yes, thank you very much, Wardy. So yeah, they'll be able to use 5 of their allotted 6 players. So due to that, I'd say it would have been due to it being a category 1 and a reportable offense from Jermaine Hopgood. Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes, lovely little unders ball there to Kamakamika. Good defense there by Jack DeBellin. 4th tackle. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half. Gives it to Hughes. Hughes out the back to Munster. Munster just a flat ball there to Atavalu Lasati. And he's brought down just over the 20-metre line. Eventually plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Munster. Munster gives it to Moses Leo. Moses Leo has the ball. He's he's fighting, but he's tackled. He's tackled on the 10-metre line. Look, to be honest, not the worst result, Sam. Not the worst result.
That was heavy contact by the former rugby union player, mate, from a couple of years ago. Heavy contact here. And speaking of heavy contact, Josh King getting stuck straight into Simonson's face. I think that might be his first touch of the game. He plays the ball on their own 20, and this is Isaiah Yongi. He broke away from one, and it takes, looks like Joe Chan that takes him down. Smith left, and this here, that is Brian Kelly with a bit of a goose step and then gets up over the 30-metre line. 3rd tackle. And they pass left to Kautonga. That's about his 3rd or 4th touch of the game. Nice post-contact meters. Got the hand free there. And Utu Ikamanu was left in the dust just a fraction there, Door. And Jack DeBellin gets Parramatta Eels into the Melbourne Storm territory here. 9 minutes gone. And this is last tackle. Moses kicking from 5 metres inside Storm territory, Door. It's a good chase from Penasini. Oh, and good tackle.
Oh, that's a lovely, lovely tackle there from Penasini. And now, but good take from Meany. Munster in a dummy half gives it to Moses Leo, driving the legs, Sam. He plays the ball. Grant in a dummy half now gives it to Meany. Meany has a run. Kia ora Tahi, my guy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. As now Stefano has a great run. Predicted wooden spooners, Wardy. Hold on, we'll get back to that. 6 again as Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes to Kamakamika. Kamakamika plays the ball. Grant at dummy half now gives it to Joe Chan. Great run there from Joe Chan. Another 6 again. Yes, indeed, Sam.
Discipline.
Chan plays the ball. Grant at dummy half gives it flat there to Kamakamika. And he's brought down 30-odd metres out from the Parramatta line. Plays the ball. Grant gives it to Hughes. Hughes out the back to Munster. Munster now to Suafalonga. Gives it to Moses Leo. Moses Leo has Penasini at sea. But good defence there by Simonson and Isaiah Yongi. Brings Leo down 5 metres out. Meany in a dummy half, gives it to Munster. Munster now gives it to Grant. Grant gives it to Hughes. Hughes, lovely floated ball over the top. And Will Warbrick, oh, the brick of war is in the corner. It is 4 points all with the kick to come. And what a sublime pass. Exceptional delivery, exquisite. Some would say, Sam, delivery there from Jerome Hughes. A lovely floated ball. And it is 4 points all. That's an absolutely exquisite ball. Unbelievable there from Jerome Hughes. It's like a 20-meter pass right on the chest of Warbrick, and Russell is out of position and over he goes.
Well, what does make a difference there is Harry Grant wasn't passing out a dummy half. He was right in the thick of it to be able to link up with Jerome Hughes via Cameron Munster as well. So it was their big three within the spine that connected to float it all the way out to Will Warbrick. And you saw the shot of Jermaine Hopgood, who was just a minute away from coming back out onto the paddock door. And the Melbourne Storm knew it. And they looked like they sent it into third or fourth gear there, man. So they did really well. This is the second time that Moses Leo has had a bit of a raid down the Parramatta right edge defensively, and he has not looked unlikely, if I can put it that way. So he's making some damage there. But again, Parramatta Eels, they held on for 9.5 minutes until they leaked their first friggin' try of the year, unfortunately, whilst down a man.
At the end of the day, Sam, they did an exceptional job there. Melbourne had a lot of ball in that period, and it sucks, like you said, to, basically nearly 10 minutes elapsed and then they concede, but they did a fantastic job to potentially be equal as Meany moves in, and it is absolutely lovely from Nick Meany. That is 6 points to 4. Melbourne hit the front. A lovely sideline conversion there from Nick Meany, and a good bounce back from the Melbourne Storm, Sam.
Whoa. Did I break out? Did I freeze just then, bro?
Oh, you haven't broken out like Atavalu Lasati, but you've
No, I never will either. But yes,
like the Frozone, bro.
Oh, strike me pink. I apologize for that, mate. But just to add on to it, man, there was some bad discipline. I think that's maybe 4 or 5, 6 agains inside the first 12 minutes given away by the Parramatta Eels, man. So they did do that to themselves to an extent.
Yes, Melbourne did go down there for the Ashes at the end of the year. Lovely, lovely place, Melbourne. Definitely want to get back down there, and I'd love to actually see a Storm game down at Amy Park. But anyway, Hughes takes the kickoff, and big Kamakamika, the Fiji Batty man himself. What a run from big Kamakamika. Plays the ball, Grant at dummy half now, gives it to Howard. Good strong run there by Jack Howard, Sam. But good defense there by Jackie Williams and Riley Smith. Now plays the ball, and now Grant gives it to Stefano. Melbourne starting to pick up the pace here. Good, quick play the balls. Grant now gives it to Sua Falongo. Great footwork, but good defense there by the Parramatta Eels. Sua's brought down just on halfway. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Munster. Munster now gives it to Lasati. He tried to go over the top there of Mitch Moses, but good defense from Moses. Last tackle, Grant picks it up, has a little scoot, and then dinks it in. Good kick, and Iongi's at the back, Sam, to collect it beautifully.
Yeah, he had to play at that one, didn't he, Iongi? Just to everybody as well, just if you haven't already, please subscribe to Wobble Enjoy Sports and All Out Club, wherever you can find us on social media. Simonson, he runs into 4 purple players there. He plays the ball on the 20-meter line. And that is a strong carry there from Will Penasini getting up to the 30-meter line. Again, the Eels are running left to right of screen here. And this here, it looks like Hopgood.
Williams, I think, is it?
No, yes, it was Jack Williams. Thank you. So it's going up all the way to the left-hand side. And Sean Russell has come in a little bit from his wing. He's offloaded back to Pezzett, and that wasn't on. That was not on.
Oh, dear. That just wasn't on. That was a silly pass there from Sean Russell. He started the game well, Sam, but yeah, that pass was just not on. It was not on. Look, at the end of the day, I think Pezzett could have done a better job, and so could have Russell, but well, that's not the greatest, Sam. You let Melbourne score their first points of the evening, and then, the first set afterwards, after Melbourne, score, they have a set, they put in their kick, and then Eels get a bit of ball, and then they knock it on. So here we go. Let's see. Hughes gives it to Munster, and Munster off the scrum is brought down right on halfway. Munster plays the ball. Sewer in a dummy half, gives it to Atavalu Lasati. Good run, but good defense there by Jack DeBellin. Plays the ball. Grant now, dummy half, gives it to Stefano, and Stefano gets rid of DeBellin. He's looking for the offload, but 3 Eels are there to finally bring him down. Plays the ball, and here goes Harry Grant. Harry Grant out of dummy half, and Harry Grant all the way. Oh, and a lovely disposal at the end of it into the crowd. Oh, and Harry Grant just picks it up off a lovely Stefano Utakamanu quick play the ball. And holy hell, there's Maroon fans in Melbourne. Oh, yes, that's glorious stuff. As Harry Grant goes over the captain, leading from the front. Look at this great quick play the ball from Stefano after attracting multiple players. Tony Katoga there, Kitione Katoga, that was not good at all. He's backtracking. He's the man that's caught out here, and Grant just goes straight through a huge gap, and over he goes. Try confirmed. Melbourne Storm 10, Parramatta Eels 4 with a kick to come right in front. Sam, just give him the 2 points. 12 points to 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, because there was 3 men in the tackle against Stefano, Kartonga was looking like he was running back a bit more lackadaisical than what he should have been. And Isaiah Iongi saw that. The space unfortunately opened up, and Iongi made a decision to shoot up to try and shut down Harry Grant, who is the best hooker in the game. And he was just too quick, just too crafty, man. So a lack of communication there from Iongi. He should have warned his outside men that he was going to shoot up, I suppose, as it is a black dot score line, or score, I should say, by Nick Meaney. So, yeah, and Kartonga just a little bit lackadaisical coming back into the defensive line, man.
Yeah, look at it here. You can see it, Sam, that Paulo and Smith there, and yeah, Katoga just leaves a massive gap. And he realizes as well that Iongi's up in the defensive line, Sam. So it's a clear gap straight through. And well done, Harry Grant. Like you said, it's one thing to get the line break or to sort of pick the ball up and have a scoot, but to assess the situation, exceptional stuff. Bubble, yes, great to have you. Great to have you here. And yes, it's extraordinary that the footy is back. Anyway, off the kickoff, Kamakamika. Good defense there by Brian Kelly, Katoga, and Jack DeBellin. Anyway, plays the ball, and Grant gives it now to Howarth, and Howarth, good strong run again from him, Sam. Brought down just over the 20, plays the ball. Grant at dummy half now gives it to Josh King. Josh King's brought down just short of the 30, Sam. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Stefano, who sends Moses nearly back to Parramatta. What a run by big Stefano. Grant now dummy half now. Munster's got it. That's 6 again. Sam waved that hand in the air. Grant now gives it now to Hughes. Hughes scheming through the middle of the field. Multiple breaks. He gets past Moses. Oh, but he just couldn't get past Junior Paulo. The Storm are, they're coming. Anyway, here comes Munster now. Gives it to Lasati. Oh, it's all happening here for Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. They are really finding their groove. Lasati plays the ball. Grant now gives it now to Munster. Munster out the back to Hughes. Hughes out to Suafalongo. Suafalongo to Howarth. Howarth takes on the line. Howarth. He's locked it. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, dearie me. The Melbourne Storm were really on there, and luckily for Parramatta Eels, they were able to make a tackle, and Howarth sort of fell awkwardly there, Sam, and the ball sort of popped out. Oh, man, this Melbourne Storm spine is clicking, bro.
They are beginning to rumble and thunder, bro. They are really working on a good gear at the moment, and the Parramatta Eels have been caught off guard, but they're disciplined Parramatta Eels. That's got to be at least their six again so far inside the first 18 minutes. It says 4 set restarts. I think it's a little bit more than that, man. So they need to fix up their discipline immediately to the Parramatta Eels here. And so they've won the scrum. It goes out to the right. Penasini has it. He's tackled, plays the ball, and now it's with Simonson. He's set upon extraordinarily quickly by Stefano Utawikamanu. They're only 15 metres away from their own try line. This is Jack Williams with a brave run with Storm defenders swarming upon him. He's set back just a metre or two there. Third tackle, Smith, left. Oh, good contact to Hopgood by Grant. and he stands in the tackle. So fourth here, just short of the 30. Smith, left to Bellin, passes to Pezzett, cut out left to Kartonga. He put on a bit of a dummy there and is able to make post-contact meters that gets, offloads back to Iyongi. He's got 10 meters of space here to work with, and he gets to halfway. Great play there from Kartonga, and Iyongi goes right. Moses on the last tackle, feint to kick on the last, passes, Polo on the last, passes right to Williams, right on to Penasini, 40 meters out. He's got 10. Oh, it's gone forward. Oh, yeah, prick. I was getting really excited there. Jesus, Mother Mary.
It was forward. Not by much, but I'm happy with that decision. Not this one.
All those
right
is good. I'm happy with that call too. Yep.
It's not a made, like if it was let go, I could understand why. Like it wasn't a major forward pass, but it was a forward pass nonetheless. Anyway, play the ball, and now here come the Melbourne Storm. Nick Meaney gets it, Sam, on the tackle one, and he's brought down just short of halfway. Plays the ball, Munster in a dummy half, gives it to Warbrick. Oh, good solid defense there by Jack DeBellin. That's great defense and great stuff there from Hopgood as well as he plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Kamakamika. He's been great since coming on the field, Sam. Plays the ball, tackle three, Grant into dummy half, gives it to Hughes. Hughes, oh my God. And Joe Chan's dropped the ball. The lollies are everywhere.
Strawberries and creams have melted. They're gone. They're out of the bowl. Goodness me. Alrighty. So this now is the first tackle, and we're a quarter of the way gone through this first half. It's felt like a long first half too, just quietly. And this is Simonson, who's able to make a good carry, spinning out of attempts at tackle. Simonson plays the ball 5 short of halfway. They go down the short side, and Williams nearly dropped it, but he's able to contain it and get over halfway. And here's Dylan Walker now on the paddock. He might bring in some more speed for Parramatta. Now Walker left on to, what a crunching smack, but it was an offload off to Kartonga in the end. Smith on the fourth tackle, scoots to the right-hand side, passes to Walker, poor pass there. And this is the last tackle now. They're about 29 meters away from the try line. Here are the Eels. They go right, find Moses. He's running, 30 meters out, passes off to Penasini. He beats their first attempted tackle, still running, passes on, pass back from Simonson to Penasini, and Penasini looks like he's made of granite tonight. He looks really good, bro.
Look great, and that's not the worst result there from Parramatta after running it on the last tackle. Looks like stacks on here. Protect the rock at all cost. Where are you going, Moses? Oh, it's Moses Leo and Mitchell Moses. It's the Battle of Moses. Plays the ball, and now here we go. Oh, Nick Meaney. Lovely legs tackle there by Mitchell Moses. Plays the ball, and from one Moses tackle to a Moses running the ball. Good run there from Moses Leo, but great defense there by Parramatta. Leo plays the ball, far logo at dummy half, gives it to Will Warbrick, and Warbrick's brought down just over his own 20-meter line. Plays the ball, Grant at dummy half, now gives it to Kamakamika, and Kamakamika's been great. Another great run from him, tackled just on the 30-meter line. Grant now gives it to Munster, and on tackle 4, they're kicking it long. Good kick there by Munster, finds the turf. Oh, lovely little backspin as well there, but Simonson picks it up, and he's tackled there and driven back there by Meaney, Lasati, and Leo, Sam.
If I'm not mistaken too, Josh King was the first player down there. Goodness me, Josh King, what a motor he's got. This is the second tackle now, 22 minutes in. It's 12 points to 4, and it's Moses at dummy half passing left in field here for Sean Russell. And he's going to stand in the tackle. This is the third tackle. Smith, left. And this here is it's Brian Kelly with an explosive carry, beating 4, offloading. And it was Riley Smith that just got back. And they're saying that it was a knock on. And Moses is challenging. And so he should. Absolutely.
That's the
Brian Kelly with a great carry
there. Oh, a massive carry from Brian Kelly. He's been great. I agree, Bobble. It's been a great game. Oh,
that's a terrible call. No, I'm happy with that backwards, mate. There's no way. His body is, and his arms, his momentum, it's all pointing backwards. Unsuccessful. What am I looking at, man?
I thought that went that angle that I just saw then did not do it justice at all. I could argue it's going back, but it does sort of like slightly not come out like clearly backwards there.
That's a terrible call, in my opinion, man.
I can see why it's called, but I agree that it was back. It was back, Bobble. Yes, I agree. It was back. What the? Oh, Penasini's in the front line of the scrum. This is something new you don't see every day, ladies and gentlemen.
He's big enough.
What the fudge is going on? Todd Smith, get these bloody teams into gear, please. Those guys are broken way too early. Munster now gives it to Hughes. Hughes gives it out to Howarth. Oh, Hughes to Farlogo, sorry, and then to Howarth. Howarth's going to play it just short of halfway. Farlogo at dummy half. Flat pass there to Joe Chan. Joe Chan plays the ball just inside Parramatta territory. Grant now gives it to who is that on the field there? Number 17 for Melbourne is on the field, bro. I believe that is Mr. Davey Mwale. As Munster now gives it to Hughes. Hughes out to Farlogo. Farlogo out to Jack Howarth. It'll be interesting to see how big Davey Mwale goes in a Melbourne Storm jersey tonight. Farlogo gives it to Hughes. Last tackle. Hughes puts it up high. Warbrick's there. Warbrick takes it, but great work there from Parramatta there, Sam. They're there to swarm Will Warbrick, and he's tackled a couple of meters out.
Yeah, they can definitely take some confidence out of that defense. I'm sorry, Dor. That's a terrible call. I can't even see a case for it to possibly have been forward, mate. Everything was going backwards. At worst, that's just flat down, straight down on the ground as Brian Kelly is absolutely crunched. And
Penalty.
this is second. No, penalty. Okay. Maybe I might be a second there in front of me, man. But, well, that's a huge get out of jail card for Parramatta Eels. I'm still perplexed.
Don't worry.
You know, it didn't eventuate. Didn't eventuate.
Yeah, no, it didn't eventuate. I was just saying to Bobble, he's sorry that he couldn't be here on Sunday. It's all right. You're here tonight, Bobble, and we appreciate you being here, my friend.
Alrighty, now that's Mr. Kaltonga who has the hit up, and this is Hopgood who throws a dummy and then just goes straight and hard and gets to the 40-meter line, 10 meters short of halfway, 15 minutes to go in the first half. This is Dylan Walker, first receiver. Flat ball for Junior Polo, who went to Storm territory, backing his way. Oh, and that one all concede is a knock on. Oh, both these sides, discipline in areas, goodness.
Gives it to Chan, and good tackle there from Kartoga. Oh, yes, a bit of ruffled feathers here between Kartoga and Joe Chan as Munster now gives it to Hughes. Hughes, Farlogo out the back, and he's, I think, hit high here from Brian Kelly. Yep, and called. There's the Parramatta Eels discipline is really killing them, as well as their ball security. Oh,
that's worse than Braden Burns.
Oh, yes. And that Melbourne Storm supporter is really not happy. That's great. Great footage. Anyway, now here we go. Grant, Hughes, under for Stefano Utakamano. He's been great as well. A lot of these Melbourne forwards have been terrific, Sam. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half gives it to Hughes. Hughes, lovely flat pass there to Josh King, Sam, into the line. He's 10 meters out, tackle 3. Plays the ball, King. Grant at dummy half. Gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Hughes. Hughes, lovely flat pass to Chan, but what a great tackle. Hughes now gives it to Jack Howarth. And Jack Howarth is over. Jerome Hughes flexing on them here at Amy Park this evening. He's had 2 try assists already this evening, Jerome Hughes, and just getting his hands on the ball. He assesses the situation beautifully. Scoots in at dummy half, gives a lovely ball here to Jack Howarth, and Jack Howarth's just too big and too strong there for Brian Kelly, who's retreating and sliding across there. Well done there from Jerome Hughes. Look at that. Great work. And Jack Howarth, he's just too big and too strong that close to the line, Sam.
Yeah, a terrific tackle by Jonah Pezzett, though, to stop the initial
100%.
hit up there. And yeah, they just were too quick and too strong to go out to the right-hand side there, man. So it's all Parramatta's undoing, mate. It really is. The errors and the 6 against have been diabolical. Jason Riles, I know it's only round 1, but he'd be pretty freaking furious with his team, I reckon, because they scored the first try of the freaking game, looked pretty decent, and they still look decent when they hang on to the pill and get down into Melbourne Storm's territory, man. But they just keep letting them off the freaking hook. And Jack Howarth, he had a injury interrupted year, I think is fair to suggest. And hoping good things for this young man who has been a part of the Maroon squad for the past 18 months or so. So hopefully he can make his debut as
Meany moves in. Oh, and it is nearly straight down the Hey Little Diddle and the Cat and the Fiddle. That is a lovely, lovely kick. Well done, yes. Nick Meany. That is 18 points to 4.
Very lovely stuff. Yeah, frustrating game.
It's all right. You'll be wrong tomorrow. The Panthers will be going down tomorrow, my friend, and we will be victorious. It will be a lightning special, and we'll celebrate by drinking out of the toilet bowl.
Thank you, Bobble, for making him unlocked like that. Not.
Oh, no, yes. I just got confused that the ball was a seagull there off the kickoff. As now the ball has come back down from orbit, and it is taken beautifully at the back, and a good run there. They've been great. That was Moale there, Sam. They've been great, these forwards from Melbourne, starting the sets off with a really good carriers. It looks like we've got some interchanges coming up here, Sam, for Parramatta very shortly. Josh King, good run, plays the ball. Grant dummy half, gives it out to Lasati. I've liked what I've seen from Lasati. Chan's been good as well, but I'm liking Lasati in these tough carries. Plays the ball, Munster. Not Munster. Grant in the dummy half, gives it to Munster, gives it to Stefano Utokumanu, and on 4th tackle, he's going to be brought down just on halfway, Sam. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes, he feints to kick it. Now does a little chip and chase. Does he get the bounce? Oh, no, it bounces perfectly for Isaiah Yongi, Sam.
Oh, well done, Yongi. He is just about been Parramatta's best player. So they've got 11 minutes here. They can strike back and get a little bit closer just before halftime. They've shifted it all the way out to Bailey Simonson. And he's able to fend away from his opposing winger. He puts the foot down from 35 metres out. He puts another step on Fa'alongo. And Simon stands and just misses out on scoring. Goodness me. Or was that Penasini in the end? Oh, Penasini. Sorry about that. It was Penasini. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was Penasini who was deputizing out there on the sting. Holy shit. Oh,
the handling, man. Oh. Munster and Meany. I'd got to give it to Munster there, though, Sam, in my opinion. He was... But just hold on to the ball. Goodness me. You've nearly bloody scored yourself. Just, don't reach out. You've got like 3 people on you. Oh, silly from Penasini after such good work. Yes, don't worry, Bobble. I'll be there in my usual seats, and I'll be cheering my life away. As now Stefano Utokumanu plays the ball. Grant now gives it to King, and King runs straight and hard, and King's brought down just on his own 40-meter line on 4th tackle, plays the ball. Grant feints a dummy, feints another dummy, now gives it to Hughes. Hughes, good run from him, but he's brought down just over halfway. Last tackle. Grant now gives it to Munster. Munster, the big up and under here, Sam. Iongi settles underneath it and takes it beautifully.
All righty, so this is a bit of a weird thing, man. Hang on. Iongi's down. Time hasn't come to a stop yet. Maybe he's just winded Iongi. I'll give the Storm players the benefit of the doubt. No, he's reaching for the back of his melon. So there might be some high contact here. We're looking at Lasati, Stefano, and a crusher by Stefano, and an obviously accidental one.
This is fine.
I mean, I'd be down like a sack of spuds as well if Stefano came on down on top of me, man. Holy smokes. But Todd Smith is coming out into the middle. And it's just going to be play on. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. All right. 9 minutes remain, and they're going to play the ball 20 meters out from their own try line. And this is Simonson, who was getting dragged back to that 20-meter line after making about 4 or 5 meters initially. Oh, and they've been let off the friggin' hook. What's going on here?
No, it's...
Oh, Todd Smith. Well, I'm trying not to.
He's grabbing his neck. He's not grabbing his head.
The trainer gave the thumbs up.
What's the independent bunker doing?
Shit, oh dear. Well, this brings on Joash Papali for the rest of this half. And this young man, who's going to deputise at fullback, I would imagine, is quite the wonder kid. And this is Matt Dury now, who has the hit up in. This is the 4th tackle, just beyond their 30-meter line. And De Silva's out there, left to Walker, left to Pezzett, left to Katonga. He's looked likely all night, and that is 6 again for the Parramatta Eels. They say, thank friggin' goodness for that. And Kaltonga plays the ball 5 meters inside Storm territory. And De Silva asking for a 6 again. Doesn't get one, plays the ball on the Storm 40. They go right, Walker first receiver. Flat ball there for Matt Dury. The ball just came up a little bit, but he was able to hang on to it. 15 meters inside Storm territory. They go left. Walker, very flat ball to Hopgood. Offload back to De Silva. Holds it and takes the tackle. Yes, that could have been forward indeed, man. 4th tackle here. And they go right via Hopgood at dummy half to Moses. At the back right to Papali. Finds Casper. Then on to Simonson. Simonson coming back in. Left to Papali. And then Papali has to take the tackle. 20 meters out. They're on the interchange sideline here are the Eels. Left to right. Penasini left to Moses. Under pressure by Munster. Well, Moses puts in the kick and Falango takes it comfortably.
Comfortably, but he's got poleaxe there, Sam. As Hughes has another scoot out of dummy half, category 2 for Iongi, so he can return. Obviously, no surprise. As now Will Warbrick, good run there, plays the ball. Sewer at dummy half, good marker defense there from Brian Kelly there, shuts him down very quickly. As now Wishart is onto the field, Sam, and he is brought down. Struggled to make meters there. Good defense from Parramatta. Last tackle, Grant gives it to Munster, and Munster a bit of a torpedo spiral, but well taken there by Simonson on his 30, Sam.
Yeah, and he's able to get just short of halfway, just by a few meters there. So they're in a central position. 7 minutes to go. You feel like that if they hold on to the ball, Parramatta Eels, they're doing well to get out of their own end, and they're building a little bit of momentum here territorially and possession-wise as well. Kelly with a scoot out of dummy half, and this is, I believe, the 3rd tackle. 12 meters inside Storm territory. Hopgood, Walker, right to Moses. They had to lean down to grab it, then pass it to Papali. Here's Penasini. Penasini takes down 2. That's a good tackle from his opposite, Leo. And this is the last tackle here. And it's left to Moses. Sorry, it's the 4th. Left to Walker. Flat ball there for Hopgood. We'll look to offload, but couldn't. Last tackle to Silva. Feint to go left, went right. Walker first receiver. Holds it. Offloads it. Back to De Silva. And De Silva is going to be stopped right in front of the try line. So discipline here, Para.
I'm not happy with Parramatta's end of sets. I think they've been diabolical. Some of the options, like they've had a couple of good ones with like some runs and whatnot, but man, they kick the ball. You've got Mitchell Moses, one of the great kickers in the game. Just kick the ball.
Absolutely.
They're legitimately running it on the last tackle and throwing an offload and hoping for the best. No, yeah, for sure, Bobble. I do believe that Parramatta can come back to this game, but like Sam said, they've got to clean up their completion rate as well as their discipline. Anyway, Moale's tackled. Grant now gives it to Farlogo, and Farlogo, good run from him, brought down just short of his own 40. Grant in a dummy half gives it to Munster, and Munster a little dabbing kick past Simonson, but Joash Papali'i takes it at the back, Sam.
And Papali's are going to get driven back here. No, good leg strength there to remain rooted into the ground. And that 6 again. Moses, a dummy half, goes right and finds Simonson, only able to make about 5 meters on that play. Gets up, plays the ball. Moses, left infield for Penasini, and he stopped just short of the 40. I feel like they can score a try here, Parramatta. I do. Now, De Silva goes left infield for Sean Russell, the first try scorer, the only try scorer for Parramatta Eels so far. Stopped just short of halfway. They come back to the right-hand side, and it's getting worked out all the way out to Penasini, who gives it out to Simonson, but
This is a
just
penalty.
a bit too...
It has to be a penalty, Sam.
It is?
Someone was hit off the ball for Parramatta.
Late tackle. Okay. We're looking at De Silva. No, Dury.
Oh, no.
It looks like Dury.
No, this
It
is
is
his
Dury?
50th game.
Is it really? Oh,
Yeah,
bugger me dead.
milestone game. Oh, no.
Alrighty, so De Silva out of dummy half, then Dury.
No. Well, there's your comeback call for Parramatta. Knee on knee contact, and Dury's gone down. And oh, dearie me, the referees are having a great night. Yeah, really good.
Hop, good. Let's not. It's only round 1. They're 20 meters out here. They can do this, Parramatta. Now we've got Pezzett here with ball in hand, left to Kartonga. He does look likely. I've said that before. De Silva at dummy half. He goes right, finds Pezzett. Pezzett out the back to Moses, running, beating the first. Oh, that looked good for a moment. Third tackle, 4 minutes remaining. They're right of the post. It is 6 again. De Silva goes left. Pezzett had to reach down to grab it, and then he offloads it back to Dury, who was shaking off that knee-on-knee contact. De Silva looking at Walker, he's looking at Pezzett on the left-hand side, and Kartonga straight and hard, and he holds on to the pill there. Well done. Third tackle. And they come back to the right-hand side. Oh, no. Kartonga, I think it's either a lost ball or he stepped over it, or it's De Silva with the bobble.
He lost it.
Oh, Jesus.
When he went to play the ball, he lost it. Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen worse not called, but his
100%.
hand's gone off the ball. Oh, man. This is... Jason Riles is going to absolutely... Hey! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The young fella is going to make his debut. Sam and I are very, very keen on this young fella. He's been outstanding in the preseason. We touched on him in our preview. And here we go. Cooper Clark is getting NRL action. What the hell has happened there? Oh, he's lost the ball. Oh, here we go.
Get out of it, Grant. Well, Hughes is offside. It's a penalty.
That's a penalty. Yep, that's a penalty. Oh, yes. And now here comes Sewer. Yeah. Oh, get him.
Well, Fa'alongo's the third man in. Fa'alongo's the third man in.
Hit him.
Grant's the one that sparked it.
That tackle on Jack Howarth, he got absolutely folded by Talon De Silva. What a tackle.
Yeah, no, look, De Silva's allowed to display a bit of confidence on the bloke that just got crunched. Fa'alongo comes in as the third man, Todd Smith.
What's Brian Kelly?
Second and a half.
That was penalised from Harry Grant. Not good. Not good. That was stupid. No. Anyway, come on, Sam.
Look, the Parramatta Eels, I feel like they're struggling to go left to right easy here, man. They're all a bit too spread out, I feel like, bro. There's a lot of rainbow passes that are just remaining floating up in the air, bro. Alrighty, so they go to the right-hand side. Pezzett, first receiver, then right to Moses. Papali was running at the back, but Penasini was the one to get the ball there. There's just on 100 seconds remaining. Oh, and now Penasini's up gingerly. They don't need that. First receiver is Moses. Left onto Walker. Left to De Silva. Left onto Pezzett. Pezzett knocks the ball on. Jesus. Jason Riles will go apoplectic. And now there's a little bit of revenge there for the Melbourne Storm onto the Parramatta Eels there, mate.
Yes, Joe Chan. He's loving it. Oh, dearie me. He's just, yeah. Look, you love your ball players taking it to the line. Sorry, Tahi. I just love to see them, display their full range of, emotions and feelings out on the pitch. But anyway, look, that is not good. Like, look, Peasant's taking it to the line, which is great, Sam, but the problem is you obviously when you take it to the line and you hold it for that long, you're a sitting duck basically, and Chan's hit him full pelt.
Ooh. An epileptic spider at halftime, Tahi, bro. What do you mean, mate? An epileptic spider. Ooh.
I think he means Jason Riles is going to turn into an epileptic spider at halftime in this. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I do agree, Tahi, bro. It's not going to be good.
That's the 5th time that Bobbles asked this question. They lost. Thank you. Now move on, Bobble, mate. Please, for goodness sake.
Yeah. He's just getting, Cooper Clark, the moon has come out. Oh, dearie me. He plays the ball. Harry Grant at dummy half gives it to Munster. Munster gives it to Lasardi, and that will be all we see in the first half. And there is, no, never mind. Harry Grant gives it to Munster, and anyway, Munster just kicks it out. 18 points to 4 at halftime. Not the greatest game of football we've seen, but I think Melbourne will be, I guess, they won't be like over the moon, but I guess they'll be happy with the work that they've done. They know they haven't played very well at all, Sam, but 18 points to 4. I think Parramatta, part of me, are the team that's not going to be happy at all with how that first half went. Way too many mistakes, way too many errors, way too many 6 agains given away, way too many penalties given away too. Just absolutely awful.
I don't want to say absolutely awful. That's condemnation, that one, Sam, mate. But
they scored 4 points and they had so much good ball and they bloody dropped their lollies.
They did, but we're talking about the Melbourne Storm defense at the moment too. It's only round 1. They're still getting their combinations together. But what I've seen though, man, is that they've been able to create chances, bro. That, as you've said, and they're going to start the second half receiving the pill as well. But it is their discipline that has absolutely kicked them in the ass. And then their errors began to increase the longer that first half went. There was that middle period of the first half where the Storm were way too fast for Parramatta. The Parramatta were not keeping up with the Eels, and they will ask the Eels to defend their line about 2 or 3 times there in the space of 7 odd minutes or so. And so they had to hold on, and they did exactly that. So if Storm scored one more try in that first half, which looked likely there for a time, I think we'd be killing the stream right now just quietly. But the Parramatta Eels, they have shot themselves in the foot enormously, and you said it before, the most disappointing aspect of that is that the final 5 or 7 minutes of that first half was that Mitch Moses and Jonah Pezzett had the opportunity to really impress upon the rugby league universe that this combination can work really, really well in 2026. And first receiver was Dylan Walker. It was getting passed on to Will Penasini to run it on the last. It wasn't getting kicked at all and trying to be converted into pressure and trying to have a 6 again or goal line dropout or anything. The communication and everything just fell out the arse, and it sort of looks like there were too many cooks in the kitchen, with Walker also involved as well.
Yeah, I don't know, Sam, but I can't be critical. It's like it's the first. No, I can be critical, but I can't, be critical of the spine in their very first game of first grade together. Look, barring trials. So look, I think give it some time. I think Parramatta will be much better after a good stern talking to at halftime by Jason Riles, and they'll definitely clean up their act with their discipline and ball security as well, Sam. And I think we'll see a lot better Parramatta Eels in the second half, man.
Dor, I don't know if you wanted to make this like a segue into fantasy if you wanted to, mate. But I just wanted to ask you, who stood out to you for the Melbourne Storm in that first half?
In fantasy or in just via the eye test?
Well, via your eye test first.
I really liked what I saw from Jerome Hughes. In my opinion, I really liked what I saw. You know, the little things out of dummy half. I think he's been great. Harry Grant's been also very good. Hasn't overplayed his hand. Both of the second rowers have been great. Like Lasardi and Chan have both been really good, been solid. And, you know, that try that they gave away was unfortunately, you know, a bad read from Jerome Hughes. For Parramatta, I really liked the work of Isaiah Iongi before he went off. I thought he was outstanding, or has been outstanding thus far, Sam. Sean Russell's been good. I think, you know, it's interesting to see how players bounce back after, you know, getting sin bin. But I thought Hopgood came out there and worked his backside off after getting sin bin. So that was good. Otherwise, that'd be probably my standouts, Sam. Howarth's been good as well, is another name that should be mentioned there when he's got, you know, had a couple of mistakes. But he's looked really damaging when he gets the ball in hand, and also has been really good at helping Melbourne get out of there, you know, off their own try line to start sets. So, yeah, for me, those are the guys, Sam, that have really impressed me in this game thus far. But I think the biggest thing that I take away from that half is I'm just so excited for the young man in Cooper Clark, and hopefully gets a real good fist of it in the second half and can really show that he is a really quality footballer.
Yeah, no, he's been very impressive in the preseason. So just some of the stats here, guys. 53% to 47% in favor of the Storm, 78% completion to Storm, 61% completion to the Parramatta Eels. The run meters, there's about 100 meters difference. In post-contact meters, there's 60 meters difference, and these are all falling in way of the Melbourne Storm. Tackle breaks, however, the Eels are leading that one, 22 to 18. Going down to the offload, 7. So the Parramatta Eels, they're going down, still playing a carefree sort of style of play, and then going down into the kicking meters. I mean, 66 kicking meters to 241, and you've got Moses and Pezzett and Riley Smith to a degree as well, and they only kicked for 66 frigging meters in a half a footy. Goodness friggin' me, that tells me two things. One, that they're making headway. They're making enough friggin' meters upfield to put in some short kicking games, but they didn't do it because half the time because they were dropping the friggin' ball. But 66 meters with friggin' Moses in your team, that's unheard of, bro. The tackle efficiency, well, there you go. It's about 10% difference or 9% difference. And Parramatta Eels are falling asleep on top of the Melbourne Storm, just a fraction more. And the Storm have missed more tackles as well. But the penalties conceded, 4-2, and ruck infringements, it's been diabolical. The Parramatta Eels have well and truly shot themselves in the foot because there's enough stats here at halftime to suggest that they can get back into this game. They just need to get that Gorilla Glue, bro, and just spray it all over them.
No, especially on their hands. It doesn't really need to go anywhere else, the Gorilla Glue, but definitely on the hands, because it has been awful for the Parramatta Eels, their handling, Sam. But yeah, the 66 kick meters, that's unheard of with, you know, quality kicking halves like Pezzett and Moses. I think most of us were like, oh, you know, Moses is going to dominate the kick meters, but 66 meters, yeah, like you said, it's unbelievable. I can't get over that stat. That's an astounding stat, Sam. But no, do we want to move to the fantasy landscape, my friend?
Yeah, please do, mate. Please do.
All right, let's have a look at it as after the points have really marinated now, as we've gone into this halftime break. And the man of the moment, Sam, Mr. Isaiah Iongi is at top
really?
of the scoring for fantasy, even though he's only played 32 minutes. He has 36 points, Isaiah Iongi. So he has been outstanding. Cameron Munster is next in line. He's second best, 34 points for Cameron Munster. Sean Russell, I think he was a bit of a popular cheapie there, or popular option there for players. 31 points for him. Harry Grant has been good, 30 points for him. Joe Chan, he's been good as well for 30 points. Hopgood, 29 points. Lasati, a very popular cheapie, Atavali Lasati, getting the start in the absence of Sean Bloor, and is in, a week-to-week battle with Joe Chan. 29 points for him, so really good stuff from him. 28 points for Howarth, another popular cheapie, near basement price. Moses Leo, he was outstanding in that first half. 25 points for him. I think, he was a bit quiet there at the back end of the first half, but at the start, he was outstanding. Other fantasy players, look, Will Penasini, 24 points. He's been good. Jack Williams, 22 points. He's been, not too bad, but he did play the whole 40 minutes. So I think, yes.
Mate. So there's two players here, one from each side, that we might as well highlight here. Jonah Pezzett had 1 fantasy point by the end of halftime. That is, well, that's all-time stuff, isn't it, mate? And then for the Melbourne Storm, Suafa Alongo only finished with 6 fantasy points, man. Despite running 7 times for 49 meters, and looked threatening on 1 or 2 plays there. Definitely need more from Fa'alongo, but Pezzett Parramatta definitely need more from Pezzett.
I hope everyone at home listened to our podcast yesterday about Pezzett and Fa'alogo. Look, Fa'alogo is heavily owned, and we went a bit cold feet on Fa'alogo, and then same with Pezzett. We were never really keen on Pezzett for fantasy wise. We just didn't think that he'd get the kick meters. We thought Moses was going to be kicking the hell out of the ball, but that hasn't been the case. But let's continue on, Sam. So Jack Williams and Stefano, 22 points for both of them. Look, we got Stefano, and we're hoping that this second stint will be a real nice one and can get close to 50 to 60 points. But yeah, like Williams and Stefano, that's a bit disappointing. Hughes, 21 points. That's a solid effort. Mitch Moses, look, he's done no kicking and got 20 points. So I guess you got to be a bit happy with that. Not going to really touch on anyone else, I don't think. Yeah, you've already touched on Suafa-Logo. That's really disappointing for owners. Only 5 points or 6 points in that first half. That's diabolical. And Jonah Pezzett, 1 point from him. That's also diabolical. So we'll see what the second half can produce, Sam. But do we want to, as this is the only game we're calling this week, do we want to go through and give our tips and projections, or predictions, should I say, for the rest of round 1?
We can, mate. We can. But just before we go on, just want to make mention of Alec McDonald. There was an early head clash between McDonald and Hopgood. But Dor was also suggesting, and he's not the only one, that there was probably a little bit more shoulder in it than just the head clash as well. So thoughts are with Alec McDonald. And that's what makes this first half performance just that fraction bit more impressive from the Melbourne Storm, that they are down a man in Alec McDonald, who was the starting lock, and he is a very, very torrid player. And to have someone like a Cooper Clark come on, that's exciting. And again, to add to your point, I am looking forward to seeing how Clark does go in the second half. There were a couple of refereeing decisions that really fell flat for both Dor and I. We won't get too far into it, but it's not just the on-field referee. There was also the video referee. There was also the HIA doctor as well, that, the trainer said Isaiah Yongi, who was in a crusher position, put onto him by Stefano Utokamanu, stopped play, and Yongi was looking for the penalty, and he got back up. The trainer looked back at the sideline after an assessment, and the trainer went, "He's okay," gave the thumbs up. And then the very next play, after Simonson got crunched for absolutely no mother effing reason, the HIA doctor said, "No, I want Iongi off," and that's what brought Joash Papali'i back out onto the paddock. And because, just to go back to the Hopgood situation, That's why the Melbourne Storm are allowed to muck around with 5 players tonight, because Hopgood was put on report and Alec McDonald was wiped out. But just for tomorrow night's games, just for the Friday night doubleheader, the Warriors versus Roosters, Broncos versus Panthers. Broncos versus Panthers is the game of the round for me, man. Warriors and Roosters, though, there's some breaking news on a Roosters player there that's going to have fantasy players at 6s and 7s, bro.
With Robert Toyer being out. Yes, yeah, no, it's not the greatest. He's not that highly owned. He's in, I think, close to like 4 or 5% of teams. But yeah, for me, I think the Roosters can go over the ditch and get the job done over there. I think it'll be a close one. I think the Warriors might start a bit slow, but they'll come good once Barnett and Metcalf, hit the ground running. And Metcalf news out of New Zealand today, he is well ahead of schedule, so we might see him a lot earlier than that round 7, round 8 mark that we were looking at. And then, yeah, I'm tipping my boys. I'm tipping the Broncos. I think it'll be another good game. Liam Martin out for the Penrith, as well as I think Isaac Tago will be a late withdrawal as well for the Penrith Panthers tomorrow night. So, yeah, I think that the boys can get it done. Yes, no Brendan Piakura, but I think they'll be able to get the job done as we see Melbourne come out, back out onto the paddock here, Sam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So 18 points to 4. There's Cooper Clark again. Well, everybody is excited about Mr. Clark, isn't he? Goodness me. So 18 points to 4 in favour of Melbourne. I think the Parramatta do have the attack in them. They just, Jesus, they need to rectify things. But I'm going to stick with Melbourne. Are you sticking with Melbourne, mate?
I'm sticking with Melbourne, Sam. I think Parramatta will come back, though. I think they'll get close. They just got to hold that ball. Anyway, Suafalongo is going to start us off, Sam.
Does start us off, and it's going to land on the 10-metre line there for Simonson, and he has the first hit up of the second half. And in the second half, the Eels, they're running right to left of screen. Again, it's a dry surface. Not too sure about the wind. It doesn't look like there's any wind at all. And this here is Jack Williams, who had a kind of quiet first half, just a bit of a quiet first half. And De Silva at dummy half goes left to Walker, then back infield for Hopgood, and that's a great play immediately. Exactly, getting up over over the 40-metre line, 5 short of halfway, and now it's third tackle. Walker first receiver. That's a no. Thought maybe it was a bit forward there for a second, but Walker's able to get to the Storm 40-metre line, fourth tackle. De Silva goes right to Moses, and then he eventually finds Penasini. And Penasini makes nice post-contact meters. He's still standing in the tackle. And this is the last 31 meters out. They go down the right side, the shorter side. Moses puts up a right-footed kick. It's a good chase from Simonson. Oh, he had it too. It fell in his basket, and he dropped it, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Oh, the egg has gone through the nest and onto the ground and splattered everywhere. Deary me. Meany got taken out by his own play. Poor Meany. Anyway, I think that's 6 again, Sam. You can wave your head in the hand in the air, as that's another strong run there from Moses Leo. Plays the ball. Grant now, dummy half, gives it to Wishart. He's Wishart taking the tough carries there. Very interesting. But Wishart plays the ball now just over his own 30-metre line. Grant now gives it to Will Warbrick. Good run from Warbrick. Gets up to just short of his own 40-metre line. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half. Now gives it to Cooper Clark. Cooper Clark, nearly gets through there. Just brought down on halfway. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half. Gives it to Munster. Munster, lovely little unders ball there to Lasardi. He's trying to get past a couple. Can he get the offload? No, he cannot. Plays the ball. Last tackle. Grant gives it to Wishart. Wishart to Hughes. Hughes feints to kick, but runs it on the last, and he's brought down. Oh, Dylan Walker wanted to see the moon and went to go for the DAC, but resisted against it. Take it away, Sam.
I don't mind that when you're up 18 points to 4. It nearly came
Bellamy,
off. I don't mind. But Bellamy disagrees with me. Goodness. All righty. I'll keep out of headquarters. Now, this here is Simonson playing the ball in the Parramatta 40. Oh, that's a very flat ball from De Silva that time as well. And that's on to, I can't quite tell, actually. Matt Dooley, sorry. Gets up over halfway. 6 again here for Parramatta Eels. Here we go, Eels. You've got a good opportunity here. Good run from Kartonga. Boy, howdy, he's been very impressive over the past 12 months or so. And now it's being worked all the way out to the right-hand side. Moses right onto Iongi. He puts the brakes on, but that's good defense there from Cameron Munster.
And
3 minutes in. Back. second tackle, 100%. And they find Matt Duria's first receiver, left onto Walker, flat ball there for Hopgood. He offloads back. Oh, it came off of his own back, didn't it? And into the lap of the Melbourne Storm. It was looking good there for a second.
I'm close to losing it. I'm close to losing it. And I think Jason Riles is close to losing it too. What are you doing, Hopgood? It's 4 tackle and you're inside the bloody 20. Anyway, now Suafalongo out of dummy half. Oh, good tackle there from Jonah Pezzett, brings him down. Now Meaney has a scoop from dummy half. Meaney looking for the offload, can't find one. Brought down just short of halfway, plays the ball. Grant, now dummy half, gives it to Howarth, and Howarth gives Grant an absolutely beautiful run. Plays the ball quickly. Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes scheming through the middle of the field. Good defense by Katoga. Brings Hughes down just over the 30-meter line. Last tackle, Munster in a dummy half, kicks it up high. Here comes Warbrick, but Iongi comes straight through, and good take from Isaiah Yongi at the back.
Bloody well done. And this is Sean Russell, the future Perth Bear. He's got 12 months before he dons the red and black colours. And De Silva goes right, finds Brian Kelly running a little bit across field and making a decent charge there towards the 30-meter line. This is third tackle. 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. And that's a nice scoot out of dummy half from Talon De Silva, getting to about the 40-meter line there. Fourth tackle. And Moses a dummy half dummies and scoots. And that's a bit of a poor play, but good defense from Mr. Cooper Clark, though. And that's a ball there for Pezzett. And that's a nice 40-meter kicking meters to his resume there, mate. Yes.
They nearly got the more kick meters in the one play. Anyway, we got to keep going. Meaney, lovely shift out to Moses Leo. Moses Leo, lovely footwork on Panasini. Oh, good defense there by Parramatta. I really liked Moses Leo, Sam. He's been great this evening. Munster now gives it to Meaney. Meaney scheming through the middle, gives it out the back here to Warbrick. Warbrick infield looking for work. Oh, it looked to the offload, but unlike Parramatta, he held on to it and didn't force a mistake. Howarth goes from dummy half. Oh, and he gets brought down just over halfway, Sam. Pardon me. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Wishart. Wishart gives it to King, and King goes straight and hard. Brought down on the 40-meter line. King plays the ball. Grant scheming at dummy half. Oh, De Silva's out of position. He gets past the tackle of Dory, but no, he gets it. He gets it there. De Silva infringed the ruck, and he was offside. Grant plays the ball. Now gives it to Munster, and it's a fresh set here on King on tackle 2 here is going to be brought down just on his own 20 or on Eels 20-meter line. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half gives it to Hughes. Hughes unders ball to Wishart. Wishart's brought down around 15 meters out from the Parramatta line. Wishart plays the ball. Grant at dummy half gives it to Hughes. Hughes gives it to Munster. Munster, lovely ball to Lasati. Good defense from Mitchell Moses and Jack Williams. Lasati plays the ball. Grant at dummy half gives it to Munster. Munster flat ball to the debutant Cooper Clark, who's brought down a couple of meters out. Last tackle here. Clark plays the ball. Grant gives it to Hughes. Hughes gives it to Joe Chan. Oh, wowee. What a huge hole in the defensive line. And the Hughes masterclass continues. Oh, yes. What a lovely, lovely ball and line from Joe Chan. But what happened to the defense? Katoga and Pezzett, and there's just way too much space. There's someone as well, who I think, in the middle here that I don't know if it's. Okay, look, I'm going to be serious here. I think that's on Jonah Pezzett. I think that he's overcommitted there. Katoga's there, but he is struggling at the defense from Katoga and Pezzett. That combination has looked very rusty, and Jerome Hughes, you can't give a player like that time and space. And look, it didn't matter if it was Joe Chan or it didn't matter if it was Freddie Fittler who was going through that hole. Anyone was scoring that try. The gap was that big. So look, credit to Melbourne Storm, man. They're just taking advantage of these opportunities. Like, look at that gap, Sam.
But it's not just the gap as well. It's not a good attempt by Pezzett, man. He didn't even want to try to reach out to try and just knock the ball out of the ball carrying arms there, mate. That was a very, very poor attempt from Jonah Pezzett. I really hope you're looking forward to him joining the Brisbane Broncos next season, Dor. As it's gone over the black dot.
It's round.
It's gone over the black dot. And it
he's
is
playing
24
in
points.
His non-preferred position.
He's
He's
in the
fine.
halves.
Yeah, but he's a
But
halfback, not
but
a
seriously.
5'8".
No, seriously, but mate, that was not good between Kartonga and Pezzett, and he hit the nail on the head.
No.
They've looked rusty all year, man. I mean, all games, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say all year. We're only round one. We're only round one. There's plenty of time, but no. Well, geez, I don't mind these two back rowers for Melbourne. They've been good, Chan and Lasardi. Anyway, Munster takes it off the kickoff and gives it to Cooper Clark. Driving those legs, Cooper Clark. He looks like he belongs in first grade. Grant gets the ball and now gives that. Is that Davey Moale back on? Or no, that's Lasardi? Yeah, Lasardi. Lasardi plays the ball. Grant at dummy half gives it Josh King. Josh King's been great as well. Sam plays the ball over his own 30-meter line. That was a bit of a shot. Play the ball. And Grant gives it a but good work from Pezzett there. Well done. Great tackle there. Brings Seward down. He was probably through as Grant has a scoop from dummy half. And goodness me, Matt Dory struggled to tackle him. Good hands there from Hughes to Sewer. Far logo.
Oh, my God.
Sewer plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes goes high. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a white steed. And he knocks it back, but then Katoga there knocks it back, and then it's picked up by Brian Kelly. A bit of pinball action.
Oh, they need to erase this 20-point deficit here, but they've got to play the ball about 15 meters out from their own trial line. So they've got half an hour to erase 20 points. And this is Isaiah Youngie with a straight and hard carry from the young man. Well done to him. Third tackle, place the ball on the 20. Smith is back out there, passes right on to, I think that might be Simonson. Yep. Matt Dury has put in a tough old shift tonight. And this year, that's Jack Williams. And he's gotten up over the 40-meter line with nice post-contact meters, but this is the last tackle all of a sudden. Smith, who does he pass to? He finds Moses, and Moses puts it sky high and all the way down towards the Melbourne Storm 10.
They've honestly doubled their kick meters in 2 kicks in this second half there. 2 big booming kicks. So at least they're completing their sets, Sam. That's the best way that they can get back into this game. Complete their sets and defend well. They've got a big mountain to fill. Now, there's a Wishart gives it to Warbrick. Good run there from Warbrick. Good footwork. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half. Now gives it to Jack Howarth. Howarth, another good more good footwork from Howarth there. Plays the ball. Grant at dummy half. Gives it to Hughes. Hughes inside to Wishart. Wishart, good tackle there from Kelly and Hopgood. Grant.
Oh my God.
Me, and that's 6 more. Not getting out of the ruck. A ruck infringement from the Parramatta Eels, and their ill discipline is awful. As here comes Stefano for that very famous second stint. And there's another 6 again, Sam. Wave that hand as now Cooper Clark. Oh, what a run from Cooper Clark. He's brought down 5 meters out. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Munster. Munster inside to Wishart. Wishart straight and hard. Driving the legs. Brought down. Harry Grant here, dummy off. He's going to have a little scoot. And Harry Grant, he's done it again. The best hooker in the game. Catches them off guard. And over goes Harry Grant. Oh, dearie me. I know it's only round 1, but 50 could be approaching and the season could be over. In the first game and on Australian shores. And look at this little man, Harry Grant. Oh, in the lovely purple headgear. And over he goes. Oh, a statement. A statement is being made, Sam. You know, big talks about Blake Brayley at the back end of last year and most of last season. But Harry Grant, you know, he's just going to come out and just say, you know, Blake, I'm the best hooker in the game, and I'm going to stamp my authority straight away with a nice 2-piece to start the season. And, you know, there's still 20-odd minutes to go. And what a start. He loves playing against Parramatta. 10 tries against the Eels, Harry Grant. Oh, he likes feasting on some eels, Sam. He does, Harry Grant.
Parramatta Eels are in serious trouble, bro, conceding 50 points tonight. And it's just the Harry Grant and Jerome Hughes show. the short passing, the fast scoots out of dummy half by Grant and then linking up with Jerome Hughes. They could be the only two players out there on the paddock, and they'd still be running circles over friggin' Parramatta at this stage of the game, man.
I do
You've
agree
mentioned
with
the
Tahi, Sam.
What's up?
I do agree with Tahi, and I think you're probably going to allude to it. The line speed from Parramatta has not been good on the goal line.
No.
It's not been good at all. Like they're getting so many meters from that, that quick play the ball.
100%. 100%. They looked like they were ready to rock and roll inside the first 5-10 minutes, man. They defended one man down, but mate, Tahi, yourself, exactly right. The line speed has been non-existent.
Oh, here we go. Plays off the kickoff. Hughes gets it, gives it to Sewer, and here comes Stefano. And Stefano is driving those legs, and he's up to the 20-meter line. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Lasardi. Been outstanding this evening, and Lasardi's brought down just short of his own 30-meter line. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Cooper Clark. Wow, he's been great. I love this kid, Cooper Clark. Exceptional stuff. Plays the ball. Grant gives it to Wishart. Wishart gives it to Joe Chan. Good run from Joe Chan. Plays the ball. Grant now at dummy half gives it to Suafalogo. Some footwork here through the middle. Lovely offload out the back from Grant. Now gives it to Lasardi. Look at Lasardi put the footwork on. Oh, he's fell awkwardly there. I hope he's okay. I think he's okay. Yep, that's good news. Plays the ball. Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes puts it flying into the air. And Isaiah Iongi comes through and he's lost it. And Riley Smith's in front of him, is he not? And now that's a penalty. Oh, dear. They're not taking the two here, the Melbourne Storm. They're looking to put the Eels on the skewer and over the barbecue here this evening. Sam is really flourishing this thus far this season. Really not commentating that much at all and watching Dorr really strain his vocal cords as now Munster gives it to Wishart and Wishart's brought down just over 10 meters out. Oh, he's leaking. He is leaking. Wishart is leaking. And it's not like leaking like the Eels defense, or maybe it is actually because it's absolutely flowing out as now Grant gives it to Munster. Munster throws an exuberant dummy off the left spin move, offload out the back. Now, Harry Grant gives it a Chan. Good defense. Oh, it's all happening. We're seeing spin moves and it's all happening. Now Grant out the back to Munster. Munster takes on the line. Oh, Stefano was hungry there. Munster needed to just, pop one there to the left. Munster plays the ball. Grant at dummy half. And Stefano. Oh, he's going to be held up. Grant at dummy half. And Cooper Clark.
You don't get closer.
So close. Oh, he was so close. He knows he hasn't scored. And to be honest, this review is probably not going to help him because I think he's lost it into Dylan Walker's Giat. Oh, no.
Is it a knock on?
Yeah. I think he's sort of lost it there. And then he's lost it there into the Giat.
Oh, the epileptic spider. Oh, dear.
But that's going to be a 7-tackle set here for Parramatta, Sam. They need to
score.
Oh,
okay. All right. Where are we? What's the difference? 26 points in 25 minutes. All righty. 25 field goals. Let's go. All right. Smith, dummy half, right. There's Penasini. That is a good charge. Oh, until he knocked.
And now Moses Leo's on the attack, gives it out to Meany. And Meany, oh, dearie me, 29% possession for Parramatta thus far in this second half. And Sam is going to be an epileptic spider soon, Tahi, bro, because he is not happy with what is happening here as Lasardi's brought down. I think that's just, 28 meters out, plays the ball. Grant gives it to Wishart. Wishart, Hughes to Chan. Good run from Chan. Chan's brought down around 20 meters out on tackle 2. Eels are going exceptional. Bobble, absolutely exceptional. As now Grant gives it out the back to Hughes. Munster, Falongo, Moses Leo! Oh, Moses Leo, the Lion, the King of Amy Park is over. And wowee, the Melbourne Storm. Oh, Sam's favorite purple pricks are putting on a show for him this evening. 34 points to 4 with the kick to come. And 50 is calling here, ladies and gentlemen. Parramatta Eels, hide, take cover. It is not good. It is not good. It's all bad. It's all bad.
I just had my mum say that I'm very quiet here at the moment. Well, what else can I friggin' do? It's an absolute purple domination. It's a natural disaster for the freaking Parramatta Eels, bro. The Storm are electrifying the Eels to burnt crisps.
We can point to the spot, Julie. Yes.
Thank you so much
Moses
for going gentle
Leo.
on that whistle. Holy shit. Oh,
First
dude.
NRL try, bro, for Moses Leo. Congratulations. Yes, no. Look, they what was it? Newcastle. They were very happy at the top of the table, but that won't last long, unfortunately. They had it for about just under a week, but the Melbourne Storm, Sam, it's just unbelievable. This is like, honestly, as much as you're not the biggest Melbourne Storm fan, Storm fan, Sam, but what they've done in round one over the last 20 plus years it's exceptional. It's unbelievable. It's like, I think Pappenhausen mentioned it on his podcast as mean he slotted it straight from the sideline down the middle. It's like they train harder than other teams through the preseason. Like, look, yes, they're not getting the results, but they're absolutely working their backside off, and they just come to round one and they're primed and ready to go. And look, what Pappenhausen said on that podcast, it's absolutely come to fruition here this evening, less than 48 hours after that podcast went live with Munster and Hughes. And anyway, Russell gets us started. Let's see a bit of Stefano off the back fence here. Oh, no, it's Kamakamika. And he's sort of labored into the line, but he still made good territory. Is well done there from Kamakamika. We're slow there to play the ball, but Grant gives it to Howarth. Howarth gets up to the 20-meter line. 14 points before this season is over for Parramatta, and I will be absolutely devastated because I thought Parramatta were going to be the real deal this season, but there is a long way to go. Plays the ball. Stefano now gives it to Munster. Munster's now really scheming and getting into the action. Brought down on the 40-meter line. 4 tackle, plays the ball. Grant now scheming, gives it to Farlongo, and I really fear for Parramatta when this man starts to get some ball in the latter stages because he has not really done too much this evening. Grant now gives it to Hughes. Hughes on the last puts it high. Oh, and Howard hits it to Chan. Joe Chan is away. He offloads it out the back to Clark. Clark on the last, he pops it out the back, gives it to Kamakamika. He kicks it, and that's well done from Williams. He charges down, gives it to Isaiah Yongi. He's away, but he's brought down on the 30-meter line. Take it away, Sam.
Oh, Grant reassessing the situation on his ankle. That's a bit of a story. Possibly might just be cramp. He's worked that freaking hard tonight, Harry Grant, but it doesn't look good, but we've got to play on here. Simonson, Moses, way out left for Polo, way out left. Oh, for Kelly, who beats the one man. There's a bit of an overlap. Here is Russell. Russell beats Warbrick. Passes right. That's been touched by Farlongo, but it's been ruled backwards. And now Clark is on the charge with the extravagant flick now, door. Oh,
and Howard's now away. What's going on here? It's all happening. I think Grant's off. I don't know what exactly the injury. We'll have to wait, and we'll keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. As now Hughes gives it to Meaney. It's an ankle. It's a bad ankle sprain, I think, for Harry Grant. Anyway, here comes Stefano. Second stint, Stefano working hard through the middle. Plays the ball, Wishart. That's a seamless transition. Sam Hill come in and play hooker there for the rest of this game. Look, he's not going to be as good as, oh no, now Cooper Clark's coming off injured. That's back-to-back injuries to Melbourne, as now Hughes tries to put the kick in. Stefano's there, but well done from Parramatta. Oh, Riley Smith gives De Silva, Yongi, pardon me, an absolute hospital ball.
Just a bit of an observation as well, just quietly. Sean Russell for Parramatta Eels, I think has gotten Will Warbrick's number all night tonight. I think he's given him a bit of a bath here. Speaking of giving a bath, oh, friggin' hell, it's an offload back to... Pass. Yeah, absolutely. Now it's worked way midfield. Now Polo, he's passing, and it's gotten to, oh, that's a dangerous tackle. Now back to Polo. Holy shit, it's picked up in speed here, hasn't it? So this is third tackle. Smith on the 40-meter line, passes to DeBellin, right onto Hopgood, and Hopgood is tackled on the right on halfway. So we've got a quarter of the game remaining. Hopgood plays the ball, fourth tackle, left to Pezzett, left onto Iyongi. He puts the brakes on, and he's swamped there. He has to take the tackle. And this is last from 5 meters inside Storm territory. And Moses puts up a nasty old bomb for far Longo, and he takes it comfortably.
Sewer under the high ball. Oh, geez. Well done there from DeBellin to bring him down inside his own 20. Plays the ball. Hughes now gives it to Warbrick. Warbrick. Oh, the brick of war. Unbelievable stuff. Grant's definitely moving better, but I'd just take him off. No point risking him. Sam's considering the scoreline and time left. Wishart at dummy half gives it to Kamakamika. Good run from him. Kamakamika plays the ball on fourth tackle. Wishart, he throws a dummy. He's going to have a run, but good defense there by, I think, Jermaine Hopgood there at marker. Plays the ball. Munster at dummy half trying to catch Smith offside, and Hughes kicks it high, kicks it long, but beautifully taken there by Sean Russell.
Oh, Sean Russell nearly beat Warbrick there on the edge. Now Pezzett at dummy half finds Brian Kelly, who's able to lumber his way back up to the 30-meter line. Second tackle, Smith waits at dummy half, and they pass right. He finds Iyongi. Iyongi has been Parramatta's best tonight, and he, as a young fella at fullback, has been showing some of these players how to run straight and hard, and Jack Williams complements that carry, getting into the Storm territory here. Fourth tackle, Smith at dummy half, finds to Bellin, passes left to Hopgood, that's flat to Polo, then out the back to Pezzett, left to Kartonga. Kartonga standing, wanted the offload, but Brian Kelly just overran him just a fraction. This is last. They're about 35 meters away. Pezzett puts up the bomb. Moses chases. It's found grass. Moses bats it back to Caspar. Jerome Hughes has a nap and just lands in the lap of friggin' Joe Chan, mate.
What is that urgency there from Riley Smith and Kelly there?
Absolutely.
The ball bouncing around, and they're just laboring, not even trying to get to the ball. Anyway, must continue. Wishart now gives it to Moses. Leo, the king of the game. He Parker's straight through, and he's trying to put some dazzling footwork on Iyongi. He does great work. He holds him up there, Iyongi, and Paulo and DeBellin there to bring him down. But Leo, the king of Amy Park, is doing bits. And here comes Sua Falongo. A little chip over the top.
No way.
Oh! Sua Falongo! A bit of Melbourne magic from the kid. Wowee, ladies and gentlemen. This is dazzling football here from the Melbourne Storm in round one. Premiership heartbreak at the back end of 2025, and they've hit the ground running here at Amy Park to kick off season 2026 with some razzle-dazzle, if you don't mind. A lovely run from the king of Leo of Amy Park, bro. Leo the Lion, the king of Amy Park, bro. And then Sua Falongo. I told you, Sam, I said this about 5 minutes ago, that this man has been kept quiet all night. And these Eels defenders are absolutely working their backside off while Sua is just waiting for the moment to strike. And it's come. And there's 15 minutes and they've only got 8 points.
I will give the devil. I will give the devil their due. They have been incredibly impressive tonight, mate. There's a lot to be said about Parramatta at the conclusion, but I don't want to take anything away from the Melbourne Storm. And you kept mentioning the edge forwards for the Melbourne Storm in. I put the boot in. What?
Harry Grant felt his hamstring. Harry Grant.
Yeah.
They're saying it's okay. Hold on. So Cooper Clark is rib cartilage. Apparently, like that could be the same as Drinkwater if they want to, but I don't think so considering the scoreline. I think he'll be done. Grant, they're saying hamstring, Sam, but they're thinking it's a bad cramp for Harry Grant. So you continue, my friend. I just wanted everyone at home to be kept up to date with these injuries to these players.
There's been a lot of doubt about the edge forwards because they're working with their second string, and to their credit, they've been really good.
And Hughes takes it, Sam. I hope you're going to do some calling in the last 15 minutes here because, I might have to start calling with my whistle. What's happened here? I'm looking at Harry Grant and Clyde. Oh, big Stefano. He's gone through. Oh, Stefano. Oh, geez. He's gone down. And Simonson, what's going on here? Plays the ball. And he's gone. Bailey Simonson. Marching orders. Goodbye. And this is nearly season over for the Parramatta Eels here in round 1. That was just idiotic from Simonson, but I can understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to slow Stefano down from the quick play the ball. What's happened here? Because Riley Smith, goodness me, just got moved out of the road by the big locomotive. Big Stefano Utakamanu. And didn't he take flight there, Sam? Oh.
Stefano also used the forearm to keep himself down to earth. But anyway, play on.
No, I'm sure he did, Sam. Sorry, I was trying to keep everyone at home entertained and wasn't really looking at the TV, was looking at you and I in the comments section, as Tahi Bro says. It's just getting worse. It does indeed, Tahi Bro. Not if you're a Melbourne fan. And now Hughes out the back to Munster. Lasati. And Lasati's brought down. Good defense there by Will Penasini and Jack Williams. Lasati plays the ball. Munster in a dummy half. Gives it a Wishart. Wishart out the back to King. King straight and hard. Good defense there by Junior Barlow and Jack DeBellin. Plays the ball. Wishart at dummy half. Big Stefano. Good tackle there by Dylan Walker around the legs. Plays the ball. Wishart at dummy half. Wishart throws a dummy. Oh, good defense again by Jack Williams and DeBellin. Good stuff from them. Last tackle. King at dummy half gives it to Munster. Munster puts the double in and they're doubling all the way. All the way to the Melbourne Casino, ladies and gentlemen, after tonight. Because they're having some burnt eel for dinner. And mamma mia, 2 points away from season over in round 1. Oh, dear. Oh, no, Munster. Oh, that is a lovely kick. And both of the second rowers are scored, bro. A bit of Joe Chan and a bit of Lasati. Oh, dearie me.
It's a despicable performance by Parramatta. And sorry to take anything away from Storm, but this is despicable from Parramatta. Last year they got flogged because they were missing a Moses. They were missing a few other players were Parramatta Eels. You can forgive them for leaking 50. This, however, is just about their full-strength team. You bring Josh Adokar back into this side, they're still leaking the same amount of points. They came in with the wrong attitude. They scored early, and they thought it was just going to happen for them. And they've dropped off awfully, have the Parramatta Eels, man. Look, it's been awful, mate.
Sam, do we look back to the very first question you asked me? Has it affected the Eels? The media smash up, the Lomax situation. I'm looking at this scoreline, and it's hard to say no. It hasn't.
There's going to be all sorts of questions. All sorts of questions.
We'll go into this very, very, very in depth after this, because I've got, with these early kickoffs, I can stay around for a bit longer. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Volandis, if you're listening, just kick 7 o'clock kickoffs all year round. Thank you very much.
It's daylight saving, because of daylight saving.
7 o'clock all year round, please. Thank you. As now
50.
Here we go. 4 points
for 50.
Kamakamika. Yes, indeed, Tahi, my friend. Lasati is a giant. He is a behemoth. And here he comes with another carry. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is a lovely run by Atavalu Lasati. Plays the ball. Wishart now gives it to Davey Mwale that's come back, and he wants to get some burnt eel for dinner. But he's brought down 35 meters out. Wishart now dummy half gives it to Josh King. Wow, Josh King, Sam, he's just worked his backside off all night. Here we go. Wishart, Hughes, Munster, Farlongo, out to Meaty.
What are we doing? Seriously?
Oh, and that's well done by Sean Russell. And then what the fudge is Moses doing?
Was that not forward, or was it touched by an Eels defender that passed from Farlongo?
I don't know. I'm trying my absolute best to bloody.
Did
that
fucking touch him? Forward, man. It still touched him, but that's forward.
I agree. I thought that was that was forward, and then Moses decided to hit Sean Russell in the family jewels and send him to the turf, bro. It's not a very nice friendly fire.
Well, search for 50. The quest for 50.
This is the beginning of the end. Great song, but this is not looking good. And here we go. Hughes off the scrum. Oh, and Peasant.
He says, not on my watch. You can let 46 in, but not 50, says Peasant.
Oh, bro. We've got a serious debrief after this game, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you will stand by, because I do not think that Sam and I will be holding back. It is only round one, but this is unacceptable.
Yep.
This is unacceptable from the Parramatta Eels. And the quest for 50, as Sam was alluding to just before, is back on again, ladies and gentlemen. Plays the ball. Wishart. Oh, that shocking ball, but it bounced beautifully for Munster. Oh, Munster, can he get past one? Can he get past two? No, he's brought down by Moses. Plays the ball. Wishart now, dummy half, gives it to big Davey Mwale. And Davey Mwale runs straight and hard, bro. Plays the ball. Wishart now gives to Hughes. Hughes underneath to Kamakamika. Bellamy given a few players an early breather here? I think Stefano's already off, so I think that's the case. As now Munster gives it to Moses Leo. And Moses Leo's brought down. 6 again. Lasati, Munster, King offloads to Munster. Munster gets rid of Junior Barlow. Oh, look at him go. Munster, fleeting footwork. And then Smith and Ayongi bring him down. Munster plays the ball. Wishart at dummy half gives it to Kamakamika. Kamakamika straight and hard, brought down. Plays the ball. Wishart, Hughes to King at the back, and he's knocked it on, I think.
Melbourne have shown mercy.
Eels have picked the ball up. Moses has it. And now it's a penalty. Hughes. Yep.
Oh.
I can take a breath.
A very quick one. We don't know if Parramatta are going to complete a freaking set yet. Let's just hang on here. So 7.5 minutes remaining. I feel like apologizing to friggin' everyone, mate. This is not how it should have worked out. This should have been a really good game, and we are going to show no mercy to the Eels, mate, after this. So this is De Bellin, straight and hard, up to halfway. Second tackle. De Silva at dummy half. left to Pezzett, left onto Katonga. And it's Moses who wrapped around and then stopped. No, sorry, Iongi who wrapped around and stopped in his tracks. He's tackled on the 40-meter line. And De Silva passes right infield here for Junior Polo. And he's up to about the 30-meter line. And now this is Pezzett, left on, tapped on by Iongi, into the hands of Sean Russell, fourth tackle. Beats another man and is able to get to the 20-meter line. This is Pezzett. Kicking. And it's taken well there by Meany.
Moses is saying he's got it, but told to release it. Lasati is off. Lasati is having a break. And we are seeing jersey 18 come onto the field, Sam. Preston Con. Good luck, young man. Go well. Oh,
yes,
and,
yes, indeed.
As I'm saying that,
always leaking.
And he is leaking. Leaking from the schnoz. I think it's a head clash, according to Todd Smith. Oh, just a bit of a leak. Take your time, Todd Smith says. And you know what? We will take our time, Todd. And we will say this performance from Parramatta has been nothing but absolutely dog water. I could say the other word, but I'm not going to. I'll try and keep it family friendly for everyone at home, unless I see something and, you know, that just goes straight out the door. But what I have seen here at Amy Park from the Melbourne Storm is great. From Parramatta is, yeah, I'm not even going to give it anything. Oh, Lasati's just come off and he's got to go back on. Oh, no. Oh, yes, fantasy owners. Oh, yes. We will celebrate that Lasati coming back onto the pitch.
Epileptic yes, spider, bro.
Oh, not wrong. As here goes Wishart, gives it to King. A huge gap. Wishart gives 50? It to Logo. Gives it to Joe Chan. He's away. Joe Chan.
Holy!
Pezzett. Oh, but Pezzett gets him in and they've got to shift it now to the left. Who's out there? Is that Lasati? Lasati gives it now to Hughes. Hughes, Wishart, Munster. Now here comes Preston Con, and Preston Con's brought down. And I think that was the last tackle.
Anticlimactic that one was. All right, so we've got 5 minutes remaining. This here is Will Penasini. Had a good first half, but has been non-existent like most of the Parramatta Eels in the second half. Is it really? All right, you're 1 second in front of me. Oh, bugger. All right, so Isaiah Iongi has the hit up. He's gotten up to his own 30. He can catch a flight back home. There's about a dozen players here for the Parramatta Eels that probably deserve to walk home.
Oh, no.
Kamikamitha's down. Brian Kelly told to play the ball. He does so. De Silva right to DeBellin, right to Polo. Polo, he can catch a flight home. Others are going to be walking. All right, Dylan Walker running, passing, Pezzett. Now Katonga. Katonga's looked likely, man. Just defensively, it has been not there. De Silva goes right to Bellin, right to Walker. Walker onto Moses. Moses running. They're about 22 meters away here, and Jack Williams has been brought down. De Silva gets the dummy half. Last tackle, Moses puts in a right-footed crossfield kick here. Oh, for Sean Russell, he did take it. Is it a fresh set or is it going to be a turnover? It's going to be a turnover.
I think Russell's knocked it on. What's happening? I can't work out what's going on with the Melbourne. So it looks like Moses Leo's came out to the other side and what Joe Chan's gone out to center. Preston Con at the other second row, or like I'm trying to work out what's going on here. I think that's the case. Anyway, Meany in off his wing for a carry. Wishart at dummy half now gives it to that's Davey Moale. Davey Moale is tackled. Wishart now dummy half gives it to Munster. Munster out the back to Hughes. Hughes gives it to Lasati, and look at Lasati go. Oh, lovely offload from Lasati, and here comes Wishart. Wishart straight through the middle. Kamakamika in support. Big Tui to Munster. Munster.
50!
And there's the 50, ladies and gentlemen. The Parramatta Eels 2026 season is over. 50 points to 4. Unless history is broken, no team has ever won the premiership after conceding 50 points in the regular season. And what offloading, Sam, from Lasati to Wishart. Lovely dummy. And look at the support from the big fella. I thought he was hurt just before. A lovely offload too. Moses tackles Munster, but the offload from Money Mad Dog Munster. Look at Wishart. He's got blood coming from the melon. And then he's given it to Big Tui, who throws the offload to the Mad Dog. The Thief in the Night throws a lovely little offload out the back. And who's there? Mr. Farlogo.
Tahi, bro. Riles. That's an understatement. Riles. The meaning of the word apoplectic is someone who is enraged so much that they lose control. Riles, Mr. Jason Riles, is apoplectic at the moment, and so too are all Parramatta Eels fans across the friggin' planet.
I know who's they're apoplectic in maybe a really good way, bro, and that's those Melbourne Storm fans. Ooh, they will be absolutely buzzing. They'll be buzzing like a little bee around Amy Park right now, bro. They'll be saying, stuff worked tomorrow. Let's go and celebrate in style. And they'll be hitting the Melbourne nightlife this evening and enjoying an absolute drubbing of the Parramatta Eels. Look at the smile on the face of Farlogo. Oh, yes. Oh,
can I just remind everyone, because I just needed to remind myself, it was 18-4 at halftime.
And we were expecting a resurgence, a fight back from Parramatta.
Yeah.
11 non-completed sets so 40 to 46 completed sets from Melbourne, 22 of 33 for the Parramatta Eels. Oh, dear. It's just, this has been a night to forget, and for the season to be over already. Look, it is unbelievable. I can't believe this. I did not expect this from Parramatta. But anyway, Preston Con has the ball. We must continue, Sam. Maybe we could get to 70.
58. Yes.
Maybe we can get to 70.
58. Let's just stick with 58.
Here comes Kamakamika down the middle. I know how much you want 70. Let's hope that your favorite team, the Purple Pricks, can give that to you, bro, as they play the ball.
I've not been satisfied that way in a very long time.
Now gives it to Hughes to Lasati. You will be satisfied after this evening, bro. As Lasati plays the ball. Wishart gives it to Hughes. Hughes gives it to Howard. Oh, pokes his head through, plays the ball. Wishart gives it to Hughes. Hughes kicks it high. Kicks it long, but Isaiah Iongi, great work.
Isaiah Iongi can catch first class back home, as far as I'm concerned, mate. He and maybe Junior Polo. For sure, bro. They can catch first class. He can hop in a traveling bag and then chucked in, all right? And everybody else can walk home, all right? So we've got about 60 seconds remaining. Nobody was anticipating this scoreline. No one. This has been, sorry to say, a letdown. Like, it's great the footy's back. It's great the footy's back. But, Julie and Michelle. Holy smokes.
It's these two again.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fair penalty. A bit of extra work there on the ground. Fair penalty, man.
Look, Parramatta Eels are going to kick for touch here. Less than 30 seconds remain.
Is that a Cristiano Ronaldo suey from Farlongo there, Sam?
I don't know what you're talking about. As Jack de Berlin has a hit up, getting up to the 40-meter line. Come on, you gooners. And then De Silva left onto Pezzett, left onto Katonga. Katona offensively has been pretty strong as well, but defensively, he's back to the drawing board, mate. De Silva at dummy half, right to Pezzett, flat on for Walker, flick out to Moses, then a rainbow ball. Oh, that sums it up. That absolutely sums it up there for the Parramatta Eels. Congratulations, Melbourne. 52 points to 4. You didn't even crack a friggin' sweat. Well done, Parramatta Eels. Look forward to 2027.
I cannot believe that.
How quickly are we about to sink it in, mate? How quickly? Because I'm telling you, let me put it like this as well. If I was not streaming this game with you right now, I would have turned it off with about half an hour to go, mate. There's no way I would have stuck around and watched that. Absolutely no chance in Buckley's. Sorry?
I don't turn a game off. I watch it every single game to the full-time hooter. You never know what can happen in rugby league, and I will definitely be watching every game till the completion. I thought you were going to say that you were going to go straight onto your social media and go straight into the Parramatta Eels straight away.
No.
I was not expecting a performance like that from the Parramatta Eels.
Nobody.
In like round one, there's such good, outside of the Lomax stuff, such good things coming out of Parramatta, and for that to transpire like it did this evening is, yeah, I think Jason Riles will be exactly that this evening, Sam.
Apoplectic, bro. Not epileptic, like bloody Tahi bro is saying, but apoplectic will be Jason Riles, man. I can't imagine what Parramatta Eels fans must be thinking right now. It's going to be a hard weekend for those Eels fans. But let's try and turn the tide here back into a bit of positivity. What I do want to say is this, is that the Melbourne Storm have been touted. How do I say it? So Melbourne Storm this off-season have probably had the most tumultuous off-season that they've had in a decade or two. It's been a crazy off-season for them. And they had lots of doubts about them in regards to their edge forwards for using their second string team. And despite Parramatta Eels finishing the year last year really well, the Melbourne Storm coming in with a lot of questions. We all thought that it was going to be a lot closer. We saw exactly the difference in class between these two sides. One was a beaten grand finalist. The other one was a wooden spooner for half of 2025 that had a nice little finish to 2025. And that's exactly what we saw. We saw a team that was a wooden spoon team last year for half of it versus a team that just got pipped in the grand final last season, mate. And Jerome Hughes looks like the 2024 version of Jerome Hughes, man. He was outstanding tonight.
I don't even think you could say there was a bad player for bloody Melbourne this evening. They were outstanding, Sam, on all facets. But I guess, if you really want to, I guess, like you said, try to provide a bit of positivity. I'm pretty sure the Roosters lost round one last year by 50 points and ended up making the finals. So if there is some positivity, Parramatta need to put this game behind them quickly and look to bounce back next week. But I just didn't like how they played at all. Excluding the errors and the mistakes and whatnot like that, I just didn't like what I saw at all. So I'm very concerned with Parramatta. After
you insinuated that maybe the Zach Lomax saga had something to do with them mentally. I don't know if I can meet you there. I can come a little bit closer, but like the Parramatta Eels scored the first try of the game, mate, and they obviously thought that it was just going to happen for him easily. I don't know, because they scored that first try, I don't know if we can say that maybe the Zach Lomax situation has had an effect on them to that degree. But what's your opinion on that, mate, now that it's all said and done?
I think it's got something to play. I think it's played its part. Thing I really didn't like, now I'm watching these highlights, that just the effort areas, just your little 1%ers were really, really bad from Parramatta. Like so many really bad missed tackles or like laziness, whether it be like trying to get on the loose ball or it's just, laziness and getting back on side and getting into the right position. Apart from Isaiah Yongi, yes, some forwards like Hopgood and Williams and Paulo and DeBellin worked really hard, but Russell was also, not too bad either. But oh man, that is a howler. That is an awful, awful start. And it's so weird because, outside of the saga, there's so much positivity coming from Parramatta with, the players and whatnot. Yes, there's no Fox tonight, but like you alluded to, Sam, Fox isn't changing that result this evening. So Melbourne Storm, I thought, were just exceptional. They just started going and they never looked back. They just got into fourth gear and they just kept going. Like Parramatta could not stop them.
And listen, man, like I know that some preseason challenge winners have gone on to do some good things, but isn't this the ultimate preseason? Does not matter. It doesn't matter. Eels were the preseason challenge winners, and now their season, by the curse standard, is gone. It's done. Preseason doesn't matter, mate.
I disagree with that. I don't think it's wholeheartedly like preseason doesn't matter. You get to see a lot of good players and they, get an opportunity, and, the likes of, Cooper Clark and Atavalu.
No. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Results, man. Results. Like, yes, it's great to see the players come out and do their thing, but in terms of trying to ascertain, hey, Parramatta Eels, they may have been the wooden spooners for about half a season last year, but they just won the preseason challenge. Let's all get really excited. Nah, man. Nah, that sort of stuff, results-driven stuff in the preseason doesn't matter. And now I look at the Gold Coast Titans, who are going to be without Jaden Campbell this weekend, and I'm raising a serious eyebrow about them,
What do you mean?
Well, they were very impressive, weren't they, the Gold Coast Titans in the preseason, right?
Yeah, but
and we were all very excited.
Or excited, but no, like we both had them as our wooden spoon team. So let's just
I didn't.
Well, I had Titans as my wooden spoon team.
But do you get what I mean? Like, we've all been really excited about the Titans, and we're all excited about the Eels, and they were both in the bottom half of the ladder last season, and now now we've just seen the Eels get trumped massively. The Titans are going down to Shark Park without Jaden Campbell. Yes, Titans could still win that, of course, but I think this is just a very friendly, kindly reminder, unless if you're a Parramatta Eels fan that just got kicked into the core of the friggin' earth, that preseason doesn't matter and you need to temper expectations.
Yeah, no, I understand for like the result side of things, but I'm a big fan of the preseason for other things. But yeah, like you said, they won the preseason challenge, and yeah, look, I've kept it pretty clean thus far, but that was absolute shit from Parramatta this evening. I had to say it because it was absolute. I could go on even worse, but I'm not going to. It is awful.
Door. It's now past 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. It's adults version of Wobble and Jaw Sports. It's the adults version segment of Door and Jaw, bro. Honestly,
they don't want to see the evil side of me, bro. I'm just gonna keep it nice and calm, and shit will be the only word that I say. But honestly, Sam, we should I hate to do it to you because I think you just got rid of it, but I think we need to talk about some of these stats because I think it shows a really big key indicator to what has transpired here this evening. So yeah, feel free. Look at that. So you've got your possession stats there. Parramatta did not complete very well at all. 11 extra sets for the Storm, and they completed it a much. No, I'm all right, Tahi. I'm not tired. I'm all good. I know Sam's had a really easy cruisy night tonight, but that's all right. I'm sure it will eventually, turn his way. But unfortunately, I think I've been terribly hard done by the teams I've been selected with for the first 3 games of this season because they've all.
You haven't lost a game. You haven't lost a game, bro. I'm winless.
I'm cooking.
Yeah. So watch out. Whoever I'm calling next, whoever we're calling next, watch out.
Make sure you're on my team.
$7. Yes.
But no, Sam. Okay, look at the run meters. Mamma mia. It's over like 800 over 800 meters more for the Storm. Post contact meters, look, 13 line breaks to 2. Tackle break stats aren't too bad, like 46 to 31. That's not too bad. Average set distance, kick meters, offloads. So see, Parramatta's offloads weren't too bad. And their kicking was definitely better in the second half. But to be honest, Melbourne barely kicked because they were just going straight through the Eels' defense because they were traffic cones out there this evening. Bombs, grubbers, not really that much there. Effective tackles. So defense, obviously, Parramatta made over 100 more tackles. Look, the missed tackles isn't really that bad. Like, it is 46 missed tackles. So I guess that is bad. But in regards to the difference, like, you would look at that missed tackle stat, 46 to 31, and you'd be like, oh, okay, like the Storm and the Eels both scored some points. But no, that's not the case. One team scored a heap of points. The other one barely did. So it showed, like Sam said, the Eels started the game well. They were breaking tackles. They were doing well. And then I don't know what happened. It was like the coin dropped and they shut the bed. But everything else is not too bad. Like, the run meters is very graphic. Of errors, well, ladies and gentlemen,
say no more.
17 errors from one team. You normally, I remember I'd watch a game like last year and it's just like, oh shit, there's like 20 something errors and, both sides made like 10 errors each. Parramatta just nearly beat them themselves. 17 errors. That is fucking atrocious. There you go, Sam. I'm bringing it out. It is atrocious.
Yes.
Even Melbourne like that, they wouldn't be happy with 8 errors, but still, like, first game of the season, 8 errors isn't too bad.
And 17. That's sort of the thing. And that's sort of the thing, mate. The Melbourne Storm going into halftime wouldn't have been happy. And there is so much more room for improvement and they know it, bro. So that's what makes the Melbourne Storm a little bit more scary. But obviously there are, sorry to say, Para fans, there is going to be much more tougher competition coming towards the Melbourne Storm, mate, than what the Parramatta Eels dished up. And unfortunately, it's just hit me like a bolt of lightning. Excuse the pun. But these two teams meet again in Magic Round. That's not going to provide. That's not going to provide a fucking truckload of magic, bro. If this is anything to go off, a revenge. If Fox can make a 48-point fucking turnaround for Parramatta Eels, then I'll give the devil his due, mate. But this is a matchup that we're going to see again for Magic Round, and it's the primetime Saturday night slot. I'll be out the door by halftime.
No, you won't. You're staying all right with me, thank you. And we watch the game until completion. So, anyway, back to actual footy talk. in regards to what we saw this evening. Now, we're not going to go fantasy just yet. I want to just talk about the Storm.
Yes.
It's not going to be very long, but the Melbourne Storm, Sam,
Yes.
last year were so good and then so bad. Like when I say so bad, like not that bad what we just saw from Parramatta, but to the Storm standards, they were not good. They were so inconsistent last year, but still managed to do so well and played good football when it mattered most. But man, if they can keep it together, keep like consistent performances to what we saw tonight, like that performance from the Melbourne Storm tonight is beating a lot of teams in this competition. Is it going to be 50 points? I don't think so, because that is one of the worst performances to kickstart a season I think I've ever seen from a club, from the Parramatta Eels this evening. So would it be, to that scoreline? Probably not, but they would beat a lot of teams this evening, that Melbourne Storm, with that performance.
Can we just go through some of the missed tackles here, right? For the Parramatta Eels. So Bailey Simonson, hang on, let me zoom in here. So missed tackles here. I'll highlight that. Missed tackles. Isaiah Iongi 2, Simonson 2, Penasini 5, Kelly 3, Mitch Moses 4 missed tackles, Riley Smith 7 missed tackles. He made 41, but he missed 7 tackles. Junior Polo 4, Kaltonga 3. I'm surprised that it's only just 3. Dylan Walker missed 5 in the middle of the paddock. And Matt Dury came on and missed a couple himself. And so what I'm also looking at here is that Jason Riles used Dylan Walker, Matt Dury, and Talon De Silva. And Joash Papali had to come on and be used as that 4th player, unfortunately, to cover Isaiah Iongi. So the forwards were gassed, weren't they? Because they couldn't use Tuivasa, they couldn't use Kamatualangi because of the doctor's HIA call. When the trainer gave the thumbs up, the HIA doctor cost Jason Riles an interchange tonight, man, in that moment of madness. But a lot of missed tackles are coming from everywhere, admittedly, but a lot of missed tackles came from in the middle of the paddock, man, and that's where Harry Grant and Jerome Hughes just went absolutely berserk.
Yeah, I don't think we need to say much more about Melbourne. Look, incredible performance. They keep that unbelievable streak alive of round 1 victories. The spine looked great. A bit of a concern for Harry Grant. Will do my absolute best to stay right on top of that. And if you follow All Out NRL, you will be well kept up to date in regards to that. But look, they did say hamstring tightness, or hamstring corked, bad hamstring corked. So, or cork, should I say? So,
oh my God, look who Eels have next.
Yeah, Riley Green's performing at that as well.
Riley Reid?
No, Riley Green. Riley Green.
Sorry, I misheard you.
No, Diggs.
Oh, Diggsy, mate. Diggsy. If you want to leave your opinion, if you want to leave some comments, feel free to do so. We will read them out for you, mate. But look, we can only also be honest, and sorry to say, Diggsy, mate, that the Eels were shit. They were deplorable tonight, Diggsy. And there's really, besides only Isaiah Iongi and Junior Polo, even after reading his missed tackles, everyone should be walking home. And Isaiah Iongi should be flying home business class after that one. So point here showing Eels, they are still on the road next weekend for Thursday night footy. They're taking on the Premiers. So it gets absolutely no easier for the Parramatta Eels, whereas the Melbourne Storm are away to the St. George Illawarra Dragons, who we'll see how they go after their travel to Vegas and putting in a 90-minute effort against the Dogs. Tahi Bropez needs to engage the line better and be brave on defensive. On defense, he will be targeted from now on. And if there's one team that knew all about Pezzard's game, it was the Melbourne Storm. So he was exposed, but the combination between Kaltonga and Pezzett needs to improve very, very quickly. And Diggsy just saying what we've just said as well, mate. So, look, we could sit here for another half hour, man, and just really
just think
Book
we
the
go
Parramatta
fantasy.
Eels, man.
We go the just back to Diggsy before we go the fantasy points. Yeah, there were some questionable calls this evening for sure, Diggsy. But look, apart from obviously the record of the 50 points and the season over type of statistic or whatnot, I don't think, unfortunately, that the penalty calls take a couple of tries away from the Melbourne Storm. It's still a really bad performance, and it would be a drubbing, regardless from what I saw unfortunately, from your men tonight, Diggsy.
Holy shit.
But we move to the fantasy point.
Can we start with the edge forwards for the Melbourne Storm?
Yeah, well, they are. Of course, we're going to start with them because they're the two best scorers in the game, bro.
That
75
is unbelievable.
75 points for Lasati. He scored a try. 42 tackles for Lasati.
They were the big questions. They were the big questions coming into tonight's game, man. And they've destroyed it.
Yeah, 180 run meters for Chan. Not as many tackles, but a try as well. They were absolutely exceptional. Munster, 68 points. Yes, he missed a few tackles, missed 6, but outstanding. Look, as much as the Moses or the Lasati and Joe Chan news is great news for fantasy, the rise of Moses Leo, 65 points. Scrumdiddlyumptious stuff, ladies and gentlemen, from Moses Leo. That is outstanding. The king of Amy Park, Moses Leo. Harry Grant, he was outstanding, nearly a point a minute, 63 points in 60 minutes, outstanding, or over a point a minute he was. Ayongi, yes, like Sam alluded to, he was the Eels' best, 57 points. A man that Sam touched on who he was really not pleased with how he had gone in the first half, fantasy-wise. Suafar Logo came out in the second half and was at 5 or 6 points at halftime, ended up with 53 points at the end of the game. So he went wild in that second half, which is huge for owners. Hopgood, nearly a point a minute. He got 50 points in 56 minutes, made 46 tackles in 50 minutes. So nearly a tackle a minute for Hopgood is concerning, but also very impressive. And he didn't miss a single one either, Hopgood. So credit to him. DeBellon, 49 points in 53 minutes. Look, Stefano, a bit disappointing. We got in Stefano. Only played the 51 minutes. I reckon he was put on ice early due to the scoreline. He was great and would have probably played, I reckon, close to 60 minutes in that game, but the scoreline just wasn't meant to be. Williams tried hard, 47 points for him. Sean Russell, if you got on him, look, 364K, pretty cheap, 44 points, you'd take that. Howarth was good. Wishart was good. Both got 42 apiece. Just looking at Cooper Clark was great as well, like 230. He's basement, bottom price player from Clark, but obviously that rib cartilage concern. Hopefully he's all good. Mitchell Moses, awful, 29 points for a guy that's in 27.1% of teams is very concerning. That might be the worst performance of the night, just because of the ownership that he's actually in, the amount of teams that he's in, should I say. Pezzett, 13 points. He's in 8.2%, but also not good at all. So, yeah, no, that's really it fantasy-wise. Some really good performances, but also some concerning ones, especially out of Parramatta. I honestly just even, not even looking at the fantasy aspect, Sam, I was not impressed with what I saw from Mitchell Moses this evening. And I agree very much with Tahi, bro. But it is the first game of the season. Yes, they've conceded the dreaded 50 points, but look, like the Roosters did last year, they conceded 50, I'm pretty sure, against the Broncos in round 1 last year, and they came back and ended up playing finals footy. So the Eels need to put this one behind it. Yep. Diggsy, you need to put this one behind, get the tissues out, cry, let it all out this evening, have a cold shower. But, put it behind you and, come to Suncorp next week and try to put in a better performance, man. And to Parramatta, that's all you can do. You forget about this. You have to. It's a long season. There's 26 more rounds to go. You've got to forget about this one and move on to next week. Otherwise, I've got nothing more to say apart from thank you, everyone, for your support and for being here tonight. And we'll see you in the next one, whenever that is.
1,000%. I feel like apologizing, mate. Like, just it was built up so much and it promised a lot. And
you don't need to apologize.
It was awful. It was awful, mate. And now
we did a good job. We were calling for everyone.
Yeah, no, you did, mate. I did friggin' nothing for about 80% of it, as you know. So, Emu King, thank you, man. No, really appreciate it, mate. So yeah, thank you, Tahi, bro. Yeah, don't know when the next Door and Jaw live stream will be, but I'll be back live tomorrow night for both games, and then I think that'll be it for the weekend. To be honest. So, yeah, thank you very much for everybody's support. Please like and subscribe to Orville and Jaw Sports and All Out Club, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you, Dor, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Bob.